We are here tonight to tell a story together, so it's only fitting that we first acknowledge the oldest storytellers on this land and their ongoing culture of telling stories, which continues to this day. We meet tonight on the unceded lands of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nations, and we pay our respects to their elders past, present, and emerging. Always was and always will be Aboriginal land.
Hello, and welcome to 5 Foot Step. I'm Brendan. I'll be your DM this evening. I'm joined by some wonderful players, but before I introduce them, I just wanted to mention that before the episode we talked about lines and veils. We have some safety things in place here, so everyone feels comfortable playing at the table tonight. Tonight we are going to be playing Secrets in the Deep, the finale of the Protectors of the Weave saga. We've seen over the course of the season a bunch of different magnificent Mistborn adventurers that have been unveiling the machinations of a mastermind. I'm going to string as many M words together as I can
I was
on the fly. But yeah, we had a bit of a reveal last week as we found out that some kind of evil creature has actually been behind a lot of these incidents that, surprisingly, that we've seen over the course of the thing. So tonight we're going to start our two-part finale this week and next. But before we launch into it, I'd like to introduce our players, give us a little bit of a rundown of, because for some of you it's been a little while since we saw you, you know, where you're at now, what's happened over the last little while as kind of a lot of our characters that we haven't seen a little bit have had a little bit of a glow up. They've had a bit of a beef up. So yeah, can we start on this side?
Yeah, so I'm Siobhan and I'm playing Ven, or Venfira, but please call her Ven. And she is a cleric of Corellin, the god of the elves. And yeah, she's had a little bit of she's a little bit beefier, but like only with what she's wearing. Mechanically, she's not actually beefier. But she's got this real fancy shield now that's got like eye motifs on it, which... She notices shit a lot more. But yeah, she's currently now level 14.
So you need to be more perceptive.
Yes, yes. I didn't think that my 19 passive perception was enough, so it needed to be 25.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Hi, my name is Vic, and I will be playing Cav. They are also level 14, also beefier, but not stronger. Yeah, that sounds right. They are a bard, swords bard, swashbuckler rogue. I think their glow up is they have multiple swords now. Yeah, so instead of just the single duel, she's now double wielding. That's a glow up, right?
You'll eventually get to 3 and 4.
Yeah,
and
But
then
the sword's shiny.
They're so shiny.
It's a glow up,
So
baby.
shiny.
We just want floating swords at one point, so you can just be like,
Yes.
fantastic. My name is Mitch. I'll be playing Quoll tonight. Quoll is our peacock Aarakocran bard of glamour.
So
you haven't
fancy.
you haven't seen Quoll since about 4 levels ago. So he's taken a bit of time off, gone to the plane of air, made a little trip back to Birdlesk, you know, found his roots a little bit. And yeah, he's just having a good time.
Fantastic.
That sounds great, actually.
A bit of a holiday.
Meanwhile, my name is Alec. I play Razez. The reason Razez wasn't around is because Razez went back to his day job for a while, which is babysitting the Arcane Brotherhood in their wonderful misadventures. And Razez's glow up is probably not as big as the others, but stronger, hardier. His six-pack that you see through his, cropped up looks very nice.
8-pack now?
Still a 6-pack?
I don't like the look of 8-packs. You know what I mean?
7-pack, just have like an extra one on top.
But also just like he is grumpily carrying around this gnarled like it looks like a piece of branch that he just fished out from a swamp, but you can tell it's magic. You would recognize this as a staff of healing because this is also a cleric
Nice stick.
item. And he says, "I don't want to talk about it."
Fantastic. This is also going to be a little bit of a time capsule of an episode because for those who may not know, there's some new rules that have come out for D&D now, the 2024 edition. We have mixed feelings about them, but we are going to be using some of them tonight. Rezes has been rebuilt with the new rules. The rest of the characters haven't because obviously we're just going to be doing the one kind of finale for it, but we are going to be using the new rules to the best that I can remember. So in future,
You've got such confidence in
yeah,
yourself.
I mean, look, I roughly know what they are.
You've got a printout that tells you what
Yeah,
they
exactly.
are.
I wrote them all down, and I'm just going to read them on screen because it's great content. But
That's what they tune in for.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, reading from page. But yeah, no, I think it's going to be interesting. You know, when historians 5 Foot Step look back on this episode, this is going to go down in history as the first. You know, I imagine like the future to be like that Bill and Ted scene with like the glass, like
Yes,
thing. You know, a
absolutely.
bunch of people in like foam outfits are going to be looking back at this and going, yeah, this was the episode that they switched over the rules halfway through the season. So this finale is going to be.
Not even halfway.
Yeah, like right at the end,
Right
right
at
at
the
in the last one, 2-part episode. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit of fun.
Brendan, answer me honestly. Did you collaborate with WotC to release it right
Yes.
here and make sure
Yeah,
that
this is exactly what I wanted. Yeah,
Inside job.
I wanted to be the one person that had to deal with it. Yeah, exactly. No, but look, so if. So, get in the comments and tell me all the things I do wrong, because there's going to be a bunch of them, especially, because we've been playing one game for 10 years and all of a sudden now all the rules are different. So,
We're not that different.
That's what's trips you
that's
up.
what trips you up, because you're like, oh, it's
Yeah, that's worse.
95% the same.
False sense of security.
No.
But anyway, welcome to Secrets in the Deep, the finale of the Protectors of the Weave saga. And you were all called here today to the Felmore estate. You made your way through the chaos, the rubble and the half-collapsed building after a major event. A lot of the agents that we saw last week still helping people, recover from the rubble. But you've been sent down and ushered in by some guards and some Mistborn agents down to the lowest levels of the Felmore estate, down to the sub-basement here.
I love underground.
I keep hearing Thalmor, and I'm expecting the old Mary Dominion, like high elves, just to walk through.
They sure do know how to throw a party in water. Sorry, Neverwinter.
No, they do them good in Waterdeep as well.
Yeah. But now you find yourself here in front of like a big banner has been pulled away from the back wall, and you can see now that there is this huge crack running down at this big fissure that isn't particularly wide. Like it would be a squeeze for most of you to get through, but not not impossible. But it is tall. It kind of runs the entire length of the thing, and it was behind like a big banner that's just been kind of pulled to the side. And as you arrive here, you can see that your Mistborn contact Arrow is actually perched on top of a statue of like a past Felmore family member. And when the last of you arrives, he kind of hops down and kind of looks each of you over and says, "Thank you for coming. I have a little job for you. Do you think you can help me?" Because differently to the way that some people have played Arrow, Arrow was created back in the very old Kenku rules where they only use mimicry to of like things that they've heard. So he speaks in different voices in every sentence. I'm absolutely not going to do that for the entirety of this scene because I think it would be infuriating
Which
to
is
everyone
why
involved.
a bunch of us use just one birdie
Absolutely
voice.
get it. Absolutely get it.
Because you are the Arrow OG.
Yeah,
Arrow is your character.
Arrow was my character before he got retired. But he's kind of scruffy, a little worn. He still has like the bracer of an archer on one arm over this cloak, but he looks to kind of be a little bit more relaxed.
When you
these days.
started saying bracer then? I thought you were going to say Baby Bjorn.
yeah,
baby Aaron?
Where's the baby?
He has the papoose that
Yes, it's a
you know,
papoose.
with like cradling in one arm, you know, with like feeding with a
You have to be
bottle
really careful when he
while
hops down off
explaining
that
this whole exactly. But yeah, Arrow will look each of you over and say, recently some Mistborn agents investigated a series of incidents. Some of you were involved in those investigations. We thought at first perhaps that they were well, unrelated or disconnected, but we started to pick up hints that there was something more going on, and maybe someone behind the scenes was pulling the strings. Suspiciously, in the wake of these incidents, one of Lord Protector Neverember's most trusted advisors, the Archmage Gideon Felmore, launched a public campaign to safeguard magic in Neverwinter. Apparently he'd been pushing for this position for some time, but in the wake of these incidents and the fright that many got in all of these things happening, well, Neverember finally remitted and accepted him as the arcane protector of Neverwinter. And well, he launched a grand ball to celebrate this ascension to power. And well, you see the remains of it here now.
Party got out of hand.
You could say that, yes. Well, we're still picking up the rubble, but well, our agents discovered that not only was Felmore behind it all, but well, he wasn't exactly what he seems. It seems that at some point in time, a dragon has taken the place of Gideon Felmore and has been impersonating him for a while. We don't know exactly how long.
So we know not if the real Gideon Felmore is in cahoots with this is this just a shared identity kind of thing,
Or is he dead?
At this
Could be
stage,
dead.
it is unclear.
He could be dead.
Who? I don't know who Felmore is. 8 intelligence.
You're standing in his home.
Okay.
Yeah.
what was his
He
name?
needs
Well,
to clean
well,
up.
the remnants of the estate, yes.
What does safeguarding magic mean? What does he mean by what's all that
Are
about?
we seeing like banners that say like "Make Arcanists Great Again"? Or something?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
that's
vibe
Yeah, I
that
don't
you
like
get.
that.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't know if that's the vibe because it's like control. Like it's not. It's the magic users they're specifically clamping down on.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's probably more make magic safe again, but make Neverwinter safe again. But some of the, you know, I don't know that he'd necessarily gotten to a point where he'd revealed all of his plans, but the whisperings that that they got through the grapevine was that he intended to, you know, put into place certain restrictions around arcane users, you know, entering the city, having to, you know, have arcane knowledge be like presented for inspection, you know, for maybe some kind of registration, something similar to kind of some of the stuff that we, you know, have seen.
No, I
in,
think you got the vibe right. The
Yeah.
first time.
Yeah.
in
No,
some
you were
in
right.
some
That-
places.
that's that it.
It definitely seemed to be like, you know, some of this stuff would have to have still been passed, but he was certainly in a council position now where he could start to really kind of have a stranglehold over, you know, arcane knowledge in the city and through maybe connections in other places around the Sword Coast.
Now, it might just be me and my thoughts about wizards, but doesn't Waterdeep do a similar thing? Don't you also have to register at
That's a
Waterdeep?
really good point.
Aren't there also towns around like the Moonsea that you're not allowed to use magic
At
in
all,
them?
At
yes.
all.
Yes, it's certainly not the only place, and I believe he had some connections to some of those programs as well.
So are we saying he is the mastermind behind that as well?
No, I believe that was from before his time,
I
but
see.
I think that there's a
It's
commonality.
inspiration.
Yeah, something
Okay.
like that.
Taking
I don't
it
know
to
exactly
much
what.
further extremes, perhaps.
Luckily, he wasn't given the opportunity to put his plans totally into practice. We don't know exactly the extent of what he had planned for us. However, well, luckily we were able to reveal the truth before. Still, there is more work to be done. We found this fissure beneath the estate. We believe it's been here for some time. It probably opened during the eruption of Mount Hotanau, or as some call it, Hot or Not.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say.
Never heard of that
never
mountain.
Yeah, yes. There's a regional dialect, yes. But
In the Feywild, we
yes.
call it hold on.
There was, of course, fissures and rips all over the city. This may be one of them.
Fissures.
Perhaps something came out of it or went.
Fish.
Probably not. Well, fish-like creatures, perhaps. That is what I want you to find out. What exactly is beyond this? We've done some initial scouting, and we believe that it may lead to the Underdark.
Interesting.
I've a question.
You don't need
Yeah.
to put your hand up.
Okay. You said a dragon.
Yes.
Do we know what type of dragon? There's many dragons.
We,
Did we see the dragon?
we got only a hint of his visage. We believe perhaps it, given the Underdark connection, it may be a deep dragon.
Question. Again,
You
putting your
don't have
hand
to
up.
put your hand up.
I started.
apparently.
When we're talking dragons, are we talking big dragons or like little lap dragons, little pet dragons?
Those ones
I
are.
Given
hope it's
that-
that one.
I'm afraid I believe that this is quite an old and powerful dragon.
Oh.
Still. We, of course, with the support of Lord Protector Neverember, are in a position to pay you a sum of 20,000 gold pieces on the successful return of the dragon's head, or
The
some
head
proof.
won't fit through the fissure.
At least some proof of the death.
Hang on, if the head doesn't fit through,
How'd the
how
dragon
did
get
how did
there?
he leave?
Yeah.
Well, some dragons,
Dragons
can,
can
shape
become
change, right?
people.
Oh, people.
Oh,
he was
right.
Yep. Okay.
He was a
That's-
person, yeah.
I got too focused on the dragon
I
thing,
know,
and I
but that-
forgot about the could be a person.
But
part.
doesn't that seem quite undignified to go from a majestic dragon form to suddenly just like to
We believe he is, of course, a magic user of some kind. He may have used other tricks, as such as, and he will misty step from one position to another.
Show off.
You can't do that.
I mean, he could have just made the fissure bigger. I don't understand, but all right.
yeah.
If he was so powerful.
It would be harder to hide, yes.
Typical D&D players just focusing on the minutia.
Well, look, if he is so powerful, this seems like
There's important
strange-
structural details of his door I need to know about.
Let's be the engineers.
I don't want to open this door until I know everything
Why
about
did
it.
someone design it this way?
Look, I'm trying to gauge his intelligence because, well, he does sound like a wizard, and that the mind
Ugh.
things they can't
Sorry.
quite work.
No,
out.
I agree.
Well, we don't understand exactly the influence he had. There may be other plans that he had that we have not also found out, but he certainly seems to have been behind many of these disturbances. We do believe he has some significant intellect.
Did he poison the mead? No, not poison. Did he put the transformation stuff into the mead? Cider stuff?
I don't know. I didn't drink that.
It is possible he was involved, yes.
Why?
Didn't he not just say because he was instigating all the...
Yeah, but like, why?
Do you reckon it tasted that good before it was magic? Or that was a
Sometimes you,
side
you just
effect?
need to drink the Kool-Aid, you know? It's final.
Kool-Aid?
It's magic juice.
Oh.
It's been imbued with the aid spell.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's quite
Little
chilled.
chilled.
Yeah.
Speaking of, so we're in the wreckage of the ball.
Yeah, so you're in like you're in kind of in the basement below
Basement
the,
of-
you wouldn't have been in, you wouldn't have seen this room in the last session, but you've kind of been led down after like an inspection of the rubble and everything. They found, this leading down to the basement, and then they found this.
I honestly think this whole time Cav's just been wandering around looking just baffled, having absolutely no idea what happened. Like the last time they knew they were saving a baby,
Yeah,
and then they were just like,
they've been dragged back
What?
into this.
has happened.
Yeah.
Been hanging out at the hot springs.
Yeah, I went I went on a holiday, and now this.
Got this cool shield.
Well, I think just because there's enough space, and it seems like we're taking a bit of time here to kind of delve into what's going on. Qual's just going to pass you like a small little rune card that's just been inscribed with several glyphs. It's quite nice and shiny. One would even say maybe like a bit of like a premium sheen to it, like just a bit of a. Okay, so just charge that one on the little rune card, and he's gonna click his fingers, and over a small little period of time, just a a grand table is going to appear in front of all of us as he will cast Hero's Feast, spending 1,000 gold pieces on his American Express.
Sponsorship.
Yeah.
We can get American Express to sponsor us, all right?
Absolutely.
That's totally within our realm.
Um,
Is
Express still
American
exist?
Express
Yeah.
a
Amex.
premium card
Yeah.
here?
Yeah.
It's not accepted anywhere except for
It's a-
favourites.
Except for
It's
favorite.
Diners Club.
Yeah, it's chunk. Yeah.
So all of us
Hero's
extend our hit points by
Thank
2d10. If someone would like to roll for who is feeling lucky with their d10s,
Oh,
No,
would
no.
you like to roll the 2d10s?
2d10s. The spatial awareness is lacking with the iPad.
So for those of us at home, while this is going on, Heroes Feasts allows us. It takes us an hour to consume, so I imagine there's some pretty delicious dishes
Yeah.
in front of us.
Harry will sit down and we'll mash some things up and feed it to the baby.
Yeah, absolutely. We're taking out.
So the baby's HP is also
Yeah, the
boosted.
baby. This is a buff baby.
It's a hearty little baby.
Everyone who partakes in the feasts gains several benefits, including the cure, being cured of all diseases of poison. We also become immune to poison for the duration. We also cannot be frightened, and we make wisdom saving throws with advantage. These benefits last for 24 hours.
Nice.
Nice.
Amazing. How much HP did we get?
13.
13
Ooh.
points.
That's
Yeah, it's max.
Max.
Yeah.
That's your max.
I'm also going to throw out a 5th level spell slot for aid, and going to boost us up because we all share
The
the
same
same
amount
hit
of-
points. So we're going to gain 20 extra additional max HP, so we'll go from 101 to 121. Sorry, Alec, you're not involved in our little... The
34.
Kool-Aid is just for us.
Because I
so
already had
134 total.
134.
So that is a 5th and a 6th level spell slot that I am
Nice.
punching out.
You always think that they think they're going to go into a battle or something.
No, I just...
Yeah,
if
yeah.
we're
We're
going into a
going into
dragon
the
picture...
under-
Yeah, I mean, look,
Yeah.
fair
Yeah.
enough. Fair enough.
Now, this is more of me as Alec the player rather than
Yeah.
Rizez, but I assume Mitch didn't just do that for nothing, and that you're not going to use actual travel time it takes to get to the Underdark.
No. So the Underdark is super far.
Oh, okay. Well,
you know,
we'll take it to go.
No, it's okay. When I was originally writing this module, I'd written like a certain distance, and then I looked it up and went, oh no, it's way further than that. You're technically going to be going to the Upper Dark, and,
Dark.
like,
Upper Dark.
which is the very start of the Underdark. And don't worry about it. I have a particular time in mind, and it's not going to be days of travel. No,
Just consider that this feast will occur whenever we are
yeah, it's fine. All right, yeah.
crossing the threshold
Yeah.
into the Upper Dark.
Yeah. Yeah, there's gonna be some things you'll see.
I guess what the other levels are called.
Very creative, yeah. Okay. Is there anything more that you want to ask Arrow, or anything that you want to do here while you're standing in?
Do any of us know anything about deep dragons?
Maybe. You could give me like a history check or a nature check, maybe Arcana.
May all of us do this?
Yeah, take your pick. Tell me which one you roll, and I'll let you know kind of what you might know about.
Oh,
All right, let's see.
dirty 20.
Nice. Which one was that
Arcana.
one? Arcana?
I've got a 19 history.
19 history.
I rolled a 19, so I got a dirty 20.
Qual's too busy stuffing his face. He got a 5.
Okay, yeah.
12 Arcana. One of the Arcane Brothers tried telling Rizez, but he was just too bored.
Yeah. I mean, you know that they're a dragon that lives underground. That's more or less it.
How
Yes, I
creative
did
they
history.
Yeah. Between the two of you, surprisingly, like you've heard a couple of things. They're definitely not one of the kind of more commonly seen dragons. They do tend to, spend a lot of time underground, specifically in the Underdark. The older ones do have, very large, territories, and they're very protective of that. They often are, have like some association with like psychic powers and nightmares. So
That makes sense now.
Okay.
This is familiar territory.
Yeah.
It's almost as if those other adventures were connected.
you can start to see, some
I
of
don't
the
know
threads.
if that's right.
Yeah. Start to see some of the threads where maybe, some of those things were
Okay.
related.
do we know the dragon's name? Because
Velmok.
Velmok.
Yeah, so you've, I believe that someone said it out loud in the last adventure.
It was this turn.
Yeah.
So how fantasy is Velmok? Is it a QU or is it just a CK?
No.
CH.
CH, yeah.
Close enough.
Well, that's not what I had.
I guess CH, so I'm pretty happy with that.
yeah, it is.
Not just MOQU.
No, it is VELL. Not that you would know this from hearing it out loud.
I didn't get the
But it is VELL.
Look, this isn't Ven's notes. This is Siobhan's
Yeah.
notes.
It's all good. I edited the adventures and I had to fix it in a lot of. Yeah. So yeah, that's what you know.
Quoll's confident that now that we know the name of the dragon, we have complete and absolute power over
Yeah.
the dragon.
Honestly,
That's
Cav
how it
agrees.
works.
Rules.
Yeah.
That's how it works,
Arcana.
right?
This
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
No,
that's
Cav,
how it works.
on a 19 Arcana agrees. An 8 intelligence,
all
a
it
19
takes.
Arcana.
I like to
You know its
imagine
true name.
you
God.
can cast that spell where you can target it.
You
if
don't
can't
necessarily
see
know
it.
that it's his true name, but you know that's a name that he goes by.
That's
You also know,
technicality.
you also know that you know there's been another few names that have come up in some of the you know the other you know incidents and stuff that you know aliases that he Mel
Yeah, he signed that letter. There was somebody signed that letter.
yeah Malvocchio or something like that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that
I'm
sounds
going to
right.
play my crappy memory as Cav just not being particularly bright and say, what letter?
Yeah, and
letter
potentially
about the cider.
Dragon Daddy
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah.
is
Dragon
a
Daddy.
new one that we came up with recently.
I'll remember that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fun. I like to imagine that part of Ven's history check was that she builds like a tiny dragon out of her mashed potato in the hero's feast. Just like and like this is what like
Wait,
the
is-
features of a deep dragon
I
are.
need to know. Is this a 2D potato
Oh,
dragon
no, it's
or is it
3D.
3D?
3D.
Like a proper-
Like she's
Yeah.
got the huge thing
It's-
of mashed potatoes
It's
and it's
clo-
just like
close
sculpted.
encounters. You
What are you
know.
using for like the psychic influence dragon breath? Like how does that like giant broccoli or something?
Yes,
Or-
that
yeah.
I was thinking
Yeah.
broccoli and then you said it, so yes,
Frightening.
broccoli.
Yeah.
Psychic
there's little
connection.
peas on it. Like. Fantastic.
There's little like corn on its back as spikes.
Just an FYI, by the way, for the booth, I have a screensaver rather than the timer, so I'm just going to wing it with how long this section is going to take, and I have my thing, so I'm just going to keep every now and then looking down to the time. But we're doing all right. Are there any other questions that you guys have got?
No.
Good.
Ara,
we're
is there
getting
anything
paid,
you
right?
think we should know?
Yeah.
That's my
What aren't
question.
you telling us?
Yeah, what are you hiding, Ara?
Tell
I
us your
feel like none of
secrets.
this has been straightforward this whole time.
What I am more concerned about is what we do not know. There's still much that may be unrevealed here. I believe that this will be a very dangerous journey, and well, I do not know exactly what lays ahead of you, I'm afraid.
The scouting people that went down into the tunnel, is there anything that they saw that we need to know about?
They only went into the chamber beyond, which you can kind of see through, like, but it's dark inside. I know that before everyone says, I have dark vision, everyone except Quoll has dark vision.
Well, we can change that.
No, it's fine. I'm surprised that a scouting party actually returned. That's a
Yeah.
nice
Well,
change.
they only went into the next
we
room.
sent them to the next room and back. It was harrowing.
They lost sight of them at one point. It was very scary.
I guess they didn't have dark vision. then.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So I assume we have to go past this room then. We don't just get to go into the next room.
And there's the
and then there's the
dragon!
dragon and come back.
No problem.
Oh, but one more thing before we leave, Ara. What? All of it, like Gideon Felmore family, powerful archmages, you said?
Yes. Well, Gideon Felmore did rise to power in the court of Lord Neverember. He, for some time, actually, was relatively well considered as a member of this of this group. It was only relatively recently that there's been concern, perhaps in the last year.
And this house, this what's left of this estate, What are the
Did
plans
they
for
sue
it?
the engineer responsible for building it?
I believe that there is still a family who will inherit the
I
the
see.
property.
I see. Noted. Like he's writing, like Razez is just like writing things down.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, so you're kind of like in the basement of like the main building, and there is like still like grounds and other buildings and so forth. Like you get the sense that this is kind of a somewhat of a noble family. They must have had the money to repair this property after all of the damage that happened in Neverwinter. So that they must have been here like as a family for some time.
Another very important question. There's 2 L's in Velmok. Is there 2 L's in Felmore?
No, just one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now we
It's
know
a
they're
twist.
not the same.
It's a
guy.
twist.
Same guy.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess we should probably
Delve?
Go.
delve.
Mm.
I've heard that some people enjoy delving.
Del.
Should we delve and try and find some knowledge and lore?
Whoa, look out. Look out. Do you want to shimmy your way through?
Specifically shimmy,
I
yes.
would
Yeah.
love to
Yes.
shimmy, Brendan.
Shimmy, baby.
Let's
Shimmy.
Does the Qual Mini fit?
Yeah, Paul has to like squish.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
You definitely have to go
The
sideways.
tail fan just it goes in. It's fine.
That's why
Makes
I
a
specifically
beautiful
asked the
noise.
Mini. Like I know the feathers IRL are in actual thing or malleable, but the Mini I'm not so sure.
So
Ven has Hootie out, by the way. So.
yeah.
Oh, did Hootie get to eat the feast? Does Hootie
Absolute-
eat the feast?
up to
Yeah.
12 creatures.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's
So
got 14
Ara
hit
got a little
points.
bite. The baby got a little bite.
Yeah.
It's all good. We brought in a couple of people from outside.
The scouts.
Yeah. The scouts came back.
That's why they only managed to get into one room. They started going and then they smelled the
came-
feast.
Like,
and
oh,
came
hang on.
back.
Yeah, sorry. But I mean, squeezing your way through, for a few feet, you can put yourselves on the other side there if you want.
Ooh, mushrooms.
Mushrooms.
You can, start to shimmy your way through into like a large natural stone cavern. I know it's a little bit green on the camera here, but I need the other map for future. But a little bit of dim light kind of trickles in from the room that you were just in, but only to about 10 feet, and the rest of it is kind of in darkness. So those of you who don't have dark vision don't see much kind of beyond your immediate vicinity around you.
Do I notice this?
Qual
With
like
a 20 passive perception, do I notice
immediately
this?
like
You
puts
just
up like
bump right into the
obnoxious
back
lights.
of someone. But you can see
Does it bother you? I'm sorry.
it kind of stretches out. There's
Do I even have the
the
lights now?
stalactites, the stalagmites. There's a
Important
don't.
question.
I don't.
Does
Haha.
anybody have
Oh,
the
no.
light spell?
I have
No,
prestidigitation.
I
I
specifically
have
don't think.
Torches. I specifically have torches.
So do I notice that you are now like you
go to
just
cast
try
light
this
and
and
nothing
nothing
Wait.
happens?
You're like,
It's like a lighter that doesn't
Yeah.
like catch.
Yeah.
Must be out of the juice.
Razez sees this and snaps his own magic. And because I can, and it's up to 3 people, now all of you see better in the dark. 300 feet dark vision.
Oh.
So now suddenly you see the rest of the space in crystal clarity. You can see the little pot marks on some of the mushrooms that are in this space. But the thing that you notice mostly as you enter this area is the sound. You can hear the sound of howling wind echoing off the walls in here.
But we're inside.
Also heading underground.
And in front of you in this area, there looks to be a huge hole that drops down into the floor about 20 or 30 feet
Oh, that's
wide.
not a lake.
That's not a lake.
okay.
It's not a lake, yeah. So
Yeah.
that
We're going swim. Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
it's gonna
a
get
hole.
it's gonna get confusing later when I use the same circular thing for water. But it is like a drop that goes directly down. But you also see in front of you there, just directly in front of it, also like a little squat stone pillar, or almost like a little dais, with on top of it is kind of glowing faintly purple. But you're still about 20 feet away from it.
Qual, being a native from the plane of air, naturally speaks Auran, the language of the primordial air spirits. Now, I know this is just howling wind kind of bouncing off of the walls, but I think he kind of wants to just take a moment, listen to the wind, see if there's anything magical kind of speaking through in a primordial sense.
Okay, yeah, give me a perception check.
Not good. That is a 13, no, 15, thank you.
Okay. How close do you get to it? Are you doing this from the doorway, or are you kind of listening from here?
He'll kind of make his way in, kind of stand several feet from the actual kind of gaping wound within the floor.
Yeah. So what you probably notice
Didn't
specifically.
enjoy that description.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Description, Mitch.
Well, what it is actually to you that stands out, it isn't necessarily like a voice in the wind. It isn't anything particular about that. It's the unnaturalness of it. It is too uniform. The sound that it is making, it sounds like usually there is like. On the wind there is, an ebb and flow. There is a kind of natural like wave
Musicality.
to it. This is just, constant one pitch.
Droning.
And as you get kind of closer, you can feel the wind kind of blowing up from in the tunnel directly up, and it is just this one level of drone.
Interesting.
This, I feel, is quite harrowing. It just doesn't make sense. It's very discordant.
Yeah, it doesn't feel natural.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't either.
How would we feel? I know we've just come inside, but how would we feel about just sitting down for a couple of minutes while I ritual cast something?
Yeah, do it.
Ritual casting detect magic, because I don't like the look
The
of this
purple thing?
pillar that has a light on it, but I also don't want to touch it. Yes, I'll probably touch it later, but
So while you're spending that, 11 minutes?
it's 10 plus an action.
Yeah. So just over 10 minutes. Is anyone doing anything during that time, or you're just kind of
Looking
sit
down the
quietly
hole.
Yeah, I'm
cross-legged?
gonna look down the hole.
Yeah. It looks like it drops, straight down and then kind of curves a little. It is not perfectly uniform. There is kind of rocky handholds and things on the side. It's not like a bored kind of circular hole. It does look kind of natural in the sense of its structure,
I was gonna
but you
ask
can
if,
see
like,
it drop down at
There was
least.
fracking in this universe.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Doesn't seem to be,
Okay,
no.
good.
But it at least kind of drops down at like 60 feet before it kind of starts to curve, and you can't quite see where it
60
goes
feet,
from
you
there.
say?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
I'm kind of tempted to start going down just to scout, but I won't.
Wait.
We walk in and immediately split the party.
That's the only way it's done.
Yeah.
10 minutes later, like Ven's finally finished it, and she's like, "Oh shit, where'd everyone
There we
go?"
go.
I think Cole would stay with you, right?
Yeah.
So the hole, the dais, and the pillar is not the dais.
The pillar. So you can see this little like grey thing here on the map or whatever. That's kind of what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
that,
It's a
okay.
little. It's not like kind of naturally formed. It
Yeah,
looks
yeah,
like it is like a worked stone little pillar that comes up to about maybe like waist to chest height, depending on how tall you are. And on top of it, if you get a little closer, you can see that purple glow is coming from like a little circular like indentation of like arcane runes, and they are kind of glowing purple.
From this far away, or just as not necessarily because I don't want to touch it just to waste the ritual cast. Can I just investigate it from this far away to see what can I not investigate, Arcana check?
Yeah, give me an
I'll be
Arcana
like,
check. Yeah,
What
yeah,
Can I help?
yeah. Between the two, you can kind of peer over at it while
was it help or was
Yeah,
it?
I'll let you. I'll help you.
yeah, while Ven's concentrating on it.
Wow. 14.
Okay. There's something about it you just can't quite exactly put your finger on. You're so close to working it out. You know that the more that you look at it, some of these runes are like about air. They're about conjuration. They're about
look it up?
like.
I was going to say, is it in a specific language? Is it?
It's not specifically like a message or anything. It's more like parts of a spell. But you might be familiar enough with it. If you want to, you can give me another Arcana check at advantage, especially with your kind of specific connections to it and everything.
I am the tangent.
That is a natural 20.
Nice.
Yeah, you know exactly what some of these mean, and it makes sense of that noise all of a sudden. You know that there's a permanent enchantment on this that is connected to the wind, and you get the sense that this is almost like a control for that spell. This at this point in time makes the air push up at this particular rate. And you know that it has more than one state. You can interact with this thing and change it to another state and make the air move differently.
Interesting. Okay, so potentially, because the wind itself is blowing up.
It's kind of blowing up, yeah.
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 Preventing access in a way.
Yeah, I mean, you can fly, right?
Yes.
Did you want to try and like go over the wind or anything at any point?
Now, like once we'll have a look at the magic, just
Yeah,
make sure
you will get from the detect magic that there is definitely conjuration magic that's related to it. You can see that not only is it magical, but it is interconnected with that wind, and the spell is actually kind of complex. It's not just like a gust of wind spell. There are almost like the intricacies of it are impressive. Like you haven't seen, there's fine print in this spell that you haven't really kind of seen in a lot of stuff. Someone put thought into this. You've actually worked out between the two of you that not only does it effectively work as like an arcane elevator, it also has little like clauses for it doesn't affect creatures who can fly, so they can go up and down as per normal. And also, if it senses that you are trying to slow yourself, if you put a hand on the wall, you will stop. It won't, move you down and stuff. It is basically, it will buffet you with this wind in a way that will safely travel you down. And you think that if you were to change the state of it, it would push you back up again.
Okay.
Now, just because, as standard for Rosez, he walks Ven around the entire place just to make sure there's no other magic. Just like, all right.
Do a lap.
Just like,
It's just like tilting the
Go
head.
on.
Look at the mushrooms.
go on, magic detector.
Beep, 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 beep. Everything else seems relatively natural in here.
Cool. So the way that it works, the way that we figured out that it works, the state that it's in at the moment is the state that we want it.
Yeah, it will make you descend. So it's enough to kind of counteract your falling and slow you to like a manageable level. But if you were to interact with the thing, it will basically put it on like turbo mode and push you back up.
So we don't want that.
We just hold on to the side. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to slow
this the
yourself,
whole
you
way
can
down.
you can stop yourself or whatever. But you get the sense it will move you down at about 30 feet around.
Okay. And there's no up, is there? It's just.
If you were
If we
if
change
you
the
if you
magic.
change
No,
the
as
size,
in
there's
there's
no
no.
roof.
there's no hole
Oh.
above you. No, you're on the top floor.
Right, yeah.
I keep imagining those like indoor skydiving things.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
exactly what
it's
I
very
was
much like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Well, we don't think it's dangerous so much. So
Or we'll take a leap.
Yeah, I
Ah!
was going to say Cab does the skydiving
Ha-
thing.
can you fly?
I'm going.
No,
Okay.
but I have Featherfall if it fucks up.
My next question was, it's still dark in there, right?
It's still dark in there.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can.
Oh,
I
God.
have limited flight.
Yeah, you do, yeah.
Hey, yeah, that's fun.
Everyone's
If
jumping on it.
Ven bows to peer pressure. If everybody else jumps, she will jump.
Does Hootie go before you?
Yes,
or-
Hootie goes before. Hootie can fly.
Fantastic.
Yeah, fine.
So is it, well, if Hootie's flying, then Hootie can actually kind of go up and down as per normal, and will kind of follow you. So if anyone is
he jumps down and then comes back up just to double check that
Yeah.
that's coming, and then goes back down.
so if anyone is flying, you can kind of move as per normal, but the rest of you start to kind of descend down at about 30 feet around as a kind of roughly normal moving speed, as you start to kind of like. You kind of feel the wind buffet you, and occasionally maybe you'll touch the side or whatever, and you can kind of feel yourself kind
It's
of
like when
stop.
you're ice skating for the
there.
first time.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Like you're grabbing
You've
onto
got-
the rail. Not
You've
to
got a little
fall.
support. But you've got a little bit of a, kind of slow descent. So I've decided, I've never run it this way before. and I've decided that live on stream
Amazing.
during the finale is the first time to try this out.
The best time
Did you
to try
tell
it
the
out.
camera operator?
I told the director.
Okay,
Um,
that's good. Yep.
I'm just
so
imagining
so
Alice
I'm-
falling down the rabbit hole.
yeah.
Like, that's what
So so I'm going to run this
Holy shit.
vertically.
Amazing.
I'm... Incredible.
So I will try not to drop anyone's minis.
This is why this season I didn't give somebody with a weapon that had like this nice and
got
curled in.
Yeah, I will try very carefully not to drop
Oh,
anyone.
she's wobbling.
It is going to be a little bit wobbly, but
Okay.
yeah. So
It's good.
Don't touch the table.
Did not really touch anything.
Is the howling of the wind, does it change with our like entrance in? Like what I'm kind of aiming for here is someone going to know that we're flying down?
the pitch doesn't really change a lot. It's kind of noisy, but it's still quite enough that you can like talk at a normal level.
Yeah. Okay.
But it is, you know, your hair's getting blown around, your feathers are getting blown around.
No,
you
I'm
know-
still glamorous.
Yeah, yeah. You still look somehow like magnificent.
This is useful. Like this
Yeah.
is normal for quality.
It's like that you can't take a bad photo of you kind of thing. Everyone else is like, and Qual is just.
Yeah.
But however, as you start to descend, after a couple of minutes, you kind of naturally follow the curves, and you can see in front of you tiny pinpricks of light start to appear in the dark crevices around the walls of the tunnel. And with a sudden, high-pitched crack suddenly rings out, streaks of lightning crisscross the entire section in front of you. Everyone make me a dexterity saving throw.
No, please. Don't like this.
This is the Jade Stoa for Final Fantasy 14 players.
Deck save?
Dex save.
Okay.
26.
Fantastic.
25.
Hey.
15.
10.
This is your jump was too hesitant, and so you're now just like
You
you-
have confidence in
Does
yourself.
Rudy have
Venom-
to do a deck save? Oh no.
Technically,
Rudy's down on the ground.
Rudy didn't come with us, but he is technically with us. Rudy is probably gonna die.
They don't just
well,
one-
how much how much HP does Hootie have with the bonus HP?
14.
14. All right. You are going to have to succeed on this.
Come on, Hootie.
That's also a 10.
10. All right. Each of you, Hootie, Ven, and Qual, take 28 lightning damage as you are struck with this. The rest
Little
of you
explosion of feathers.
take 14 as you kind of get half of it, and it kind of just like makes almost this like kind of crisscrossing net that's really difficult to avoid. Some of you get a little seared by it. Some of you kind of catch the full brunt of it with a shot to the chest, and just as the smell of crackling ozone quickly fades away, moments later the tunnel shifts, angling down sharply but curving and spiraling around natural rocky deposits. And suddenly over the noise of the wind and a sharp and chilling clicking noise echoes off the walls, followed by the scrape of something sharp against stone. You are not alone down here,
Excuse me?
as several of these
No, please.
creatures start to
Yeah.
burrow their way
It's all
out of the
Full moon would
walls
be down here.
and crawl up the outside of the tunnel towards you. They look up at you with these cold, hungry eyes, and you can see that their chests are these exposed rib cages with emptiness inside them. Roll initiative.
Emptiness like
There's just
void
nothing.
or emptiness like there's just
Flesh.
like is it like a dark void or is it just like nothing?
flesh.
It's
Flesh,
a
nothing like-
little bit of both.
Oh my god.
That's the worst answer.
And I think it might be a good time to take an early break
Okay.
while we set up for this combat. And we will come back very shortly. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Welcome to 5 or 8, a brand new 6-part series exploring the wonderful world of board games. Each week I'll offer recommendations, we'll check out some great events and venues around Melbourne, and I'll chat to some fascinating folk over a game. Join us soon.
Hello and welcome back. Our heroes have found themselves staring down at some hideous creatures that have crawled their way out of the cracks in this tunnel as they descend down towards them at an even pace, and they look up hungrily at them, skittering, scratching along the walls and starting to just scurry their way up towards you. Quoll, you were the first to react. You were the first to, well, actually, I guess the question is, can you see at this point in time?
Well,
How long
you
has it
still
been?
have the...
300.
It's only been, 300 feet. It's only been maybe about 5 minutes since you got into the tunnel.
how long
Yeah.
is it
So-
lasting?
An hour.
I know. Okay, good.
Yeah.
You're all good. So everyone can see them. You can see kind of all the way down to the tunnel, and you can see that there are 3 of them.
Excuse me, DM. I have dark vision.
Oh,
Okay, so
Excuse
these
me?
creatures.
Yeah.
Now, just looking at them here.
Yeah.
The expanse itself is actually quite larger than.
yeah. Well, it's kind of. Rocky, it's roughly 20 to 30 feet. This section here, in these sections, are about 20.
Yeah.
Some of them will have a little bit of wiggle room. You maybe have another 5 or 10 feet in some areas. So we'll kind of ballpark some of this, but vertically we'll kind of roughly say, this is about 30 feet. So you can see there's a 5-foot
Yeah.
segments in the thing, and each of these are about a kind of 20-foot segment. And I've got kind of little things for like halfway up if you want to kind of
Yeah.
want to. So remember kind of, distances away from you. But the first guy down here is about 50 feet away from you at the moment. The next is
Yeah.
about 70, and the next is about 90. And
They're not in a line. They're not in a nice, neat line.
not perfectly. They're within,
It would be so nice if they were.
yeah, not they're kind of coming out of different sides of the tunnel.
Yeah.
But what I will say is, in terms of like your movement in this space, obviously if you let yourself go, you'll be moving down like 30 feet. You can will yourself to dash as you would normally,
Yes.
and kind of shoot down another 30 feet if you want to. So consider it kind of like that. If you touch the wall, you can stop yourself, so you don't have to move the full 30 feet. And if you use your wings, you can move up and down as per normal.
Quoll is very proficient with his flying. What I'm seeing is we've got kind of these 2 creatures against one particular side of the wall, and then this creature on the other.
Yeah.
And there's this like kind of little moment where they're kind of within a 5-foot
Yeah.
space of like a cylinder.
Yeah, definitely.
So what I'm hoping for is for Quoll to kind of basically just do like a little nosedive down, and as he does so, like his wings stretch out, and he channels the energy of that lightning net from up above, that like primordial storm energy, as he brings the magic down forwards and casts Lightning Bolt, which is one of his
Fantastic.
magical secrets. And if you'll allow it,
Yeah.
secret. Hopefully we can get all 3. If not, I'm happy just getting those 1 and 2.
I think you'll probably only be able to get 2 at the moment because they are on opposite sides. They will
Okay, that's
probably
fair.
bunch up a little bit more as they move, but right now they're still actually just kind of crawling their way, pushing their way out of the wall.
Yeah.
So maybe the part of their leg is still kind of in the wall.
Yeah, for sure.
You can tell. This. I was thinking about the descent when I wrote
Yes.
this section of the.
So can I just say, you said they came out of cracks in the wall. They
Yeah.
are too big to come out of cracks, Brendan.
Yeah, look at the cracks.
I mean, there are cracks right there. but-
Yeah.
Are they cracks or fishes? Are these shape changes?
A little bit of everything.
So this will be with a 3rd level spell slot. So this will be 8d6.
Yeah, they're wiry. They're wiry guys.
Does anyone have
Probably.
a d6 or 2d6 that I can borrow?
Yeah.
Thank you. Quick math! Okay, so we've got 10, 13, we've got 23, we've got 27, 28, plus 6 is 34.
Fantastic. What's your DC?
DC will be, let me just confirm, I'm pretty sure it's 19.
Because they've rolled a 14 and a 3.
It is
So
19.
I imagine they're probably neither is going to fail. So how much did you say? 36?
34.
34. All right, fantastic. Yeah, you can see, bang! This lightning goes through them and illuminates this space, and you can see it kind of chars some of the front of these creatures, and they kind of look up at you. Their eyes glow a little, and they start to salivate.
Gross.
They're hurt by it, but
Okay.
they're not bloodied,
Okay, no, that's totally
which
fine.
is a term now in Fighting.
This is a term.
They brought it back. Okay.
And then as a bonus action, what I would like to do with his wings outstretched and that kind of primal storm energy surrounding him, Quoll's just going to take on this air of magnificence, I guess one could say, even perhaps some unbreakable majesty. So as his 14th level feature, he can take a bonus action to assume a majestic presence for 1 minute or until incapacitated. For the duration, any creature who tries to attack Quoll for the first time on a turn must make a charisma saving throw. On a fail, it can't attack me on this turn and must choose a new target, or the attack is wasted. On a success, it can attack me, but it has disadvantage on any saving throws it makes against my spells on the next turn.
Interesting. Okay. Cool.
So yeah, I imagine like primal.
So what's the range of that?
It's
Anyone that attacks him.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Um,
Cool. And it says it doesn't specify like attack roll. It just says attack.
It's just any creature who tries to attack for the first time. So I imagine that would involve like an attack roll.
I mean, it's probably an attack action.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. No problem.
And that's that.
Awesome. Ven.
Oh, that's me. Oh shit. Yeah. Ven is. So they're pretty far away at this point.
Yeah. The
but-
closest one is about 50 feet away from you.
Yeah, that's too far for me to do some stuff. But I might just. I think she's gonna prepare to expect them to be coming closer. And she's going to cast Spirit Guardians on herself.
Nice.
And exclude her party, obviously.
What does Ven's Spirit Guardians look like?
I think that they're like little books with wings.
I was gonna say, I guess it's books. Yeah.
It's like little flying books. Yeah, and they kind of like flit around 15 feet, and it's 15 feet all around her, so it's up and down as well.
Nice. Are they radiant or necrotic?
No, she's evil. It's no, they're radiant. Big reveal. No, they are radiant.
Been evil the whole time. Just
She's
also
actually
like
working with this dragon.
It's the heel turn. Fantastic. Okay, so so they start to kind of flitter around her as she falls. Now, I will say actually quickly, on your turn, Quoll, were you staying, like, were you using your wings to stay there or anything, or did you move? Because, like, without doing anything, you will move 30 feet down.
I'm happy to go 30 feet down.
Okay, all right. So you're going to be
And I kind of narrated dropping a little bit anyway.
Yeah,
So doing a bit of a
so-
swan dive.
a little bit closer. Ooh, wobbly.
Danger.
So you will drop a little bit down. You are just well, actually 30 feet will be the next section. So I can just pop
I
you.
was gonna say, are they each of those things 5 feet?
Each of them are
Yeah,
5
so it's
feet.
30
yes.
at the top, but then that's 20 for the next one.
I imagine the prone condition isn't going to take any.
That's why 40. You could only.
So you're within 20 feet now of this guy.
Yeah,
was
but
it
like
like-
there's going to be no mechanical consequence of like the prone condition for this, is there?
Only if you were to like fall, there'll be a certain distance where you kind of would hit something in the tunnel.
Okay.
But
They're
yeah.
falling. They're holding on.
They're climbing
I see.
along the wall.
Interesting.
I think Ven is gonna reach out and like hold the wall and maybe only drop like half of the 15 feet
Okay.
on her turn.
Yep. So I'll pop her down a little bit further as she kind of descends down towards them.
Yeah. Cool. And I don't have any bonus actions that I would like to use at this point, so that's Ven's turn.
All right, fantastic. All right, they start to skitter up towards you. This one will crawl up to be fairly close to you. I think he is right next to Quoll now.
Wisdom save, please.
All right. Well, so you said halfway. You're 15 feet up still.
Yeah.
So you're
and
just
it's
about
15
and it's
feet.
15 feet. So
all around.
yeah, gotcha.
ball.
All right. So he will make his wisdom save as he gets into
And
it.
also,
gets-
can he get that far? Because as soon as he enters that 15 feet, he's
Oh, it does become difficult terrain.
terrain.
That's a good point. So it's 15 feet, right? So he basically just enters it when he gets to there because that's only 20 feet up.
Awesome.
So he can get right to that level.
Beautiful.
It's important for me. So does that mean he is technically here in between?
No, he is going to be right on Quoll's level. He wants to be right up, like close in Quoll's face.
Everyone.
Because he's so beautiful.
Doesn't everyone?
But he is just catching the edge of the sphere of let's do 3D geometry here. The sphere of Spirit Guardians.
I'm just saying. But
Yeah,
if it
because-
is, he would have to stop
He
here.
would stop there because 15 feet is going to go like, down
Yes.
into that next one.
So
But you only went halfway down that 30 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So the
15
bottom of your 15
is
feet
fif-
is at the
is
bottom.
oh,
there.
this is 15.
Is the bottom of here, and he
Yeah.
still has 10 feet of movement.
Okay, so he's
It's all good.
10 feet at difficult, like
Yeah.
counting the okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 I got no.
Yeah.
We're playing in 3D now.
Yeah. So he's used basically his 30 feet now to get right to you.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wisdom save DC 20, please.
Gotcha. He rolled a 9.
He takes 10 radiant.
10
damage.
radiant. As it batters him with a book, he is kind of seared, hisses a little, looks up towards you, and as he does, you can see that you draw his attention. He looks up, kind of his attention moves from Qual to you and stares with wide eyes. And the chest starts to open, and as it does, that black void starts to swirl. And can I get the two of you to roll me a Constitution saving throw?
Oh.
As
Can't you attack
as you
me?
feel the energy be drained from you, that you can just feel this kind of cold necrotic energy.
That's a no.
Does a 15?
15 does not save.
9.
9. You both take 44 necrotic damage as you feel the moisture sucked from your bones.
44!
44.
Outrageous.
Can't do that math.
The next one will climb up towards you. It's not quite close enough to get to you, but they are making their way up. Cav, what would you like to do?
Okay. How big's a 40-foot cube?
Yeah.
Bigger than that.
That's what I thought. I can get all three of them in a 40-foot cube, right?
Is it 40 foot like
Sorry,
the
40 foot.
40 foot radius or 40 like
Cube.
the whole
That's what it
cube?
says.
So
You
40
can
foot
get-
by 40 foot width.
Yes. Within 40 feet, you get
You can
the
get-
bottom of what.
you can
like,
get the
That's what
one
I
and a half
thought. I get the bottom
Yes,
of
I was
one and
also
the top.
counting
Yeah.
that exact
Okay,
same
great.
distance.
Definitely yes. Yeah.
Okay, good. I would like to cast slow.
Slow. Fantastic. Okay. What's your
Wisdom
save?
17, please.
All right, we got a nat 1.
Great.
We got an 8 and an 11.
Great.
They're not rolling good.
Great.
So they all.
I already read this spell on camera last time I was here.
Yeah.
It's really long.
Yeah.
I don't want to again.
No, it's
You
okay.
know,
Action
that's-
or bonus action.
Action, bonus action.
-2 to AC.
Yeah, so they
Speed
have
is
speed is
halved.
halved.
Speed is halved. Yep.
-2 to AC and Dex saving throws. Can't use reactions.
Yep.
Has to choose between an action and a bonus action.
Yep.
It can only make one attack, one melee or ranged attack per turn.
Fantastic.
And then if it wants to cast a spell, I don't know if it can or not, but if it wants to cast a spell, it has to roll, and if it gets an 11 or lower, it doesn't.
I
Fantastic.
bet it has spell-like abilities,
I
not
bet you it
spells.
does. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have spells.
It does get to make another wisdom saving throw on its turn.
Cool.
And I will go stand next to Ven.
Fantastic.
So I'll like drag
so-
my way down the thing, go halfway.
Slide on down halfway.
That hurt.
Actually, yeah, I know.
It flashed
Can,
me
can we,
with
say-
its
can we
chest.
say that I only went like a little bit, so I'm technically above, but I understand that you don't have another thing for that.
Yeah, that's okay.
but
You
I'll
need,
be like,
just remember you're a little bit. You're
I'll be a bit
more.
up.
Cool. So I'm just going to
So I
remember
don't want to be
that
like
this
right
one
melee after I
is
just cast that.
also recharging its ability, so it gets a little a different one, and I also don't have 3 slowed.
Brendan, out of just for my sake,
Yeah.
which square is Qual on?
The one in the corner where his wings won't let him fit.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for confirming. Thank you for confirming.
That's the one that he's mostly in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
It's important to
There you
me.
Hey, Brendan, I have dark vision.
You see everything, and it is awful.
You see everything, but it's only in black
I
and
don't
white.
want dark vision.
You wish you didn't. Now.
I can fix that.
Fantastic. Anything else, Cav? That's it.
That'll be it.
Okay. What is that?
This is hilarious. This is so funny. I cast Moonbeam
Yeah.
in the center. It's 5-foot radius, center point.
Yeah.
As we've established.
Yeah.
Moonbeam is strangely just a cylinder.
Yeah.
Like,
Because that's how moonbeams work.
Yeah.
It's more like spotlight.
Yeah.
but it's very like distinct, so it just stops. It's
Yeah.
like that just stops.
Now they roll on their turn, right?
So when the cylinder appears, each creature in it makes a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
please.
That's one of the ones they changed.
Cool. They're not rolling too good. I got an 18 on one, which is the highest, and an 11 and a 7.
The 18 will succeed.
Okay, so that is the
unfortunately.
top
It's
one because I'm rolling,
Cool.
top down.
Cool.
He's
And
also the most messed up.
and they will take bad. 16.
16.
16 radiant damage.
All right, so the top one takes half.
Yeah. And a success.
It says half on
Yes.
success. So 8. Oh, cool. And 16 for the others.
They're not shapeshifted or anything.
No,
No,
they-
they're this awful by
They're,
design.
no, they're terrible like this all the time.
All right. And I'm going to. Can I stay?
Yeah, you can stay where you are. If you just grab the wall, you can kind of go to the edge and stay where you
I
are.
can move closer later. I will stay.
Okay. All right, cool. So you just kind of, grab the thing and stay above and stare down. Back to the top of the round, Qual.
Qual has regrets. He doesn't want to be where he is at the moment.
Fair, yeah.
So he's going to use his fly speed to kind of position himself so he's still within melee range of this creature.
Yeah, just be a
also
little bit
avoiding the moonbeam.
Yeah.
But kind of get so he's between the creature and Razez.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you want to.
Um,
So kind of like.
let's just put you here and remember that you're a little bit down, just so that we
Okay,
don't
cool.
crowd
Probably
this
like in line
and
with
risk
Cav,
dropping anything.
But we're just like,
Yeah, you guys are,
Yeah.
both.
My goal here is I'm going to use an action to cast Dissonant Whispers at. I'll just do it first level.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do this one here. So if he runs away, he's going to run away that way.
Yeah, yeah.
DC 19.
That he fails.
Yeah. So
Bye-bye.
he will take.
7.
Oh, this is good. I like this. This is 13 points of psychic damage.
Nice.
And he run away. He's
All right. So he
scared.
is slowed, so he kind of.
and he's at half speed.
And he's at half speed, so he doesn't actually get very far. He's going to kind of claws his way down the wall a little bit.
Did he seem to take all of that damage?
Which
The psychic.
The psychic.
the psychic? Yes.
Okay, good.
Of course, because he is moving of his own
I will just put
movement,
him
if
on.
anyone wishes to take opportunity attacks, they may do so.
I'm going to put him on
Look,
this.
I would
so-
love to, but I'm not carrying a weapon.
Sounds good.
I'm not in range.
Qual is going to spend the rest of his movement to get up, so he's going to move back up.
Cool.
Then as a bonus action, I'm going to say, oh no. Ah!
Well said, well said.
Actor.
Cav, you can have a bardic inspiration.
Have a ven.
Sorry,
Ven.
yes, yeah. Von, you're taking
Aw,
it.
Thank you.
Bardic inspiration, a d10, because you and I don't seem to be very lucky with our saving throws.
Thank you.
Fantastic. And it is now your turn, Ben.
All right, Ven is going to. Which of these guys looks the worst?
Definitely this one. He's just kind of ticked over. He is bloodied.
Okay. I'm going to cast just a second level spiritual weapon
Yeah.
at next to him. I moved all my stuff and I don't know where my thing is. There it is.
Good.
Just in
so
between those two guys is
yeah,
fine.
wobbles on down.
And we should just confirm you're using the old school legacy.
I am, so this
rules.
is not
No
concentration.
concentration, yeah.
So I can have my spirit guardians and my spiritual weapon at the same time.
Do the cleric classic.
Yeah.
Cleric classic.
Yeah.
For a little while.
And I'll take a
Nice, it's,
swing. It'll try and
months,
bonk
90
the
days.
one on the head that's
Yeah.
looking worse.
Go for it.
So bonk them.
Bonk.
19 on
Yeah,
the
that'll
die
hit.
plus 12. Got a D8. It's only 7 damage.
Okay. Its head caves in a little bit. It's looking pretty rough. You can see it's kind of a little brittle. Its bones are cracking.
And then for my action, I'm gonna just try and. Oh, these guys are creepy looking. I don't want to use that one. I'm gonna just try and mind sliver
Okay.
the same guy.
Wisdom.
Yes. Oh no, intelligence. Sorry for
Intelligence.
mind sliver.
Slightly better for it, but it still rolled a 4. Hasn't rolled well this entire time.
That's not gonna do it.
It would have been a 3 if it was wisdom.
So we've got. We're in tier 3 now, so I got 3d6.
Nice.
5, 9, 14 damage of
Nice.
the psychic type.
Awesome. It's looking pretty rough. You can kind of see that, you can kind of hear this crack of its skull as it splits open a little bit more. It is starting to look like it is regretting its choice of meal.
Cool. I can't move up can I? I can't move up because I can't
You
fly.
could climb up the wall,
Oh, that seems.
but
like
it'd probably be at
takes
half
energy.
speed. These guys can climb pretty well, but you would be kind of
No, I'll just stay where I am.
okay. All right, fantastic. It is now their turn. They're still pretty slow.
Yep.
um,
The
uh,
speed is halved.
they don't get another save on that, do they?
Yes, on their turn.
On their
they
turn?
get another wisdom.
Is it
save.
start or the end of the turn?
End.
End. All right, cool. So for this turn, they're still pretty bad. This one's no longer under Dissonant Whispers, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right, so he is actually just a little bit further down because he only really kind of got like about 10 feet down because of
Sorry.
No, as long as he got away from me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they can't take reactions anyway, right?
No,
They don't
but
react.
but he can
Yeah.
get his way kind of back up from where he was to there.
Yeah.
But he doesn't get the he doesn't get the that ability recharge back I rolled for. It doesn't get it.
Right.
Does he move into Spirit Guardians again?
He does move into Spirit Guardians again.
Wisdom save, please.
Wisdom save. That is a 10.
That does not pass. That's gonna be 3d8.
Was that the one who was mind slivered as well?
Yeah.
10.
He fails anyway.
16.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 16.
16. You can see as he like lurches for you, you can see that his kind of claw reaches out towards you, and as he does, he just gets bonked by a book, hits it, and just falls.
Yeah.
And just starts to like
fall upward?
down.
Yeah.
No. It's you're still being
yeah,
you're still,
yeah,
but he's
right,
falling
right,
at like a
He's like slowly falling.
slowly falling, and just kind of this
Doing
bud.
the slow motion
Yeah.
action film thing, but doesn't need the slow motion.
Yeah, and with like a crack, hits the ground and stops moving. The
I
others.
got it.
Good job.
This one will almost get to the top here. He can move 15 feet, so he is just below the here. But this one, well, I think he can get to just below here, which, Ven, you're still 15 feet up, right? I think he is just outside the range. So both of them are now like just below the next section. And I'm just going to put these things here to remind me that they're almost there, and they will make another save against the slow to try and
At the end of their turn.
try and break free now at the end of their turn.
then
Now this, I think it's only a 20-foot radius, so I think you're just outside it. He can't really kind of reach you. It doesn't seem to have any kind of ranged ability apart from that. You can see that the chest is kind of starting to open. He's trying to get close enough to you to use that ability again, but is just on the edge of that range because of the slow. But they will both try and break free of that. That is a con save, right?
Slow.
Wisdom 17.
Wisdom? Okay, neither of them make it then.
Okay.
You will have to make a con save if this is the end of their turn for
Moonbeam.
Moonbeam.
Moonbeam, yes. Yeah, definitely.
I have marked the side with little blue
All good. The top one makes it, but the bottom one doesn't.
Also because I failed, like I was looking at the wrong one. I looked at the third level rather than the second level, so that's why I'm rolling 3.
Ah, yep.
But you naughty.
Is it the same dice?
It's the same dice as being naughty.
You should get rid of it.
But this is better. This is 18.
18. All right, fantastic.
This is
Um,
dice jail for
How do numbers work? Yep.
Who's to say?
Fantastic. Now
What are
that
numbers?
sounds about right. That's about the vibe of the number. Fantastic. So they are crawling up towards you, but they are slowed. They're being kind of pulled back down. You can see that they are hungry. Cav.
When you say hungry,
Yeah.
do they look like they want to eat us, or do they want to eat like our magic, or what do they want to eat?
Give me an insight check.
Okay.
You can eat magic?
That's a 2 + 6, so 8.
Look, it's hard to
They're
be
hungry.
sure, but what you can tell is that, like, the way that their chest is opening is the way that you would expect, like, a predator's jaws to open.
Okay.
So whatever they did with draining that ability, that seems to be something about the way that they eat.
Okay, I hate that. I'm glad I failed that insight check. Don't like it.
I'm almost upset that you asked in the first place.
Look,
Yeah.
it's not going to be good.
It wasn't a good question. I regret it. So how many feet away from me is this guy?
Yeah, gotcha. So he, so
head.
you're
You're above me.
I'm a little bit above
You're a
him.
little bit above. So
Yeah.
you're You're 20 feet from here,
Yeah.
and he's 5 feet from there, so he's 25 feet away from you to the top of his head.
So
basically.
if I wanted to go into a melee attack with him,
Yeah.
25.
it would be 20 feet, and he's 5 feet. Like
Yeah,
away
you
from
could
me,
you could be
or-
here and reach him.
Yeah,
You could be
okay.
on that platform and reach him.
Okay. I want to go down and wait. Before I go down, how do I get back up?
You can
can
climb
climb.
up the wall, or you
And
can
it'll be half
fly
speed?
and be half speed climbing up the wall for you. For them, they climb at full
I can't
speed.
fly. So
Yeah.
okay.
So you would move 20 feet down to there to be able to attack him.
Yeah.
And then whatever movement you've got left, you'll be at half to get back up.
That's okay. That's fine. Yep. Cool. I'm gonna try and attack.
Cool.
Then.
All right. Yeah, he sees you and the chest
Cool.
opens, but it's not quite his turn yet.
And as a swashbuckler, I can get advantage of him because there's no one else
Yep.
around. 29 to hit.
That'll hit.
I'm gonna do sneak attack. I'm gonna do a sneak attack, my damage, and a defensive flourish.
Nice.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Sword bard.
Well,
As he opens up, then you drive the blade down.
Absolutely not.
21
Yep.
damage.
Yep.
Um,
Nice and neat.
and then my AC goes up by 1.
Fantastic. Yeah, you can kind of see his jaw kind of distends and cracks a
I
little as.
designated this one as my defensive flourish dice, and I regret it because I could have had an 8. But I said this was the defensive flourish one.
Damn
Good.
your honesty.
He's in real bad shape though.
Great, I'm going to attack him again.
Go for it.
Oof.
It's a 1 and a 2 for the folks playing at home.
It's because you rolled a 19 on the last one. It had to even
But it's
itself
not a
out.
nat 1, technically.
Technically. So that
That's
is
an
a 12.
12 doesn't hit, unfortunately.
Okay, that's fine. Whatever.
They're not heavily armored or anything, but 12's not going to make it.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Okay, so I've still got 5 foot of speed left,
Yeah.
and then a bonus action dash,
Yeah. So,
another 15.
get yourself back up to basically where you were
Yeah, so
before.
I can go up 20 feet.
Yeah. So you're kind of back up on that level.
Yeah.
All right. And you pull away from him. He's
Yeah.
disappointed.
Yeah, so am I,
monster
buddy.
noises.
That's my turn.
All right. Fantastic. Rezes.
I think what Rezez is doing is just because the scythe is just like larger than him, he's not moving, right? So he's just got the scythe anchored in the thing, and he's just holding on, leaning on the staff where he is. I'm fine where I am right now.
looking real
Also because
cool.
I don't want to fight
Yeah.
here.
No,
So I'm just gonna Toll the Dead, the
This one?
closest one.
Yeah. Wisdom save again.
Wisdom
A lot of
save,
wisdom.
please.
Not very wise, these understandably.
the only spells I
I haven't
have
rolled good. That's
that
a
are
5.
saved are all wisdom.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I need to change these dice. This is not
No,
working
no,
out for
keep
me.
them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Give me-
we're
I'm
happy.
gonna
Yes.
put these white ones away. They're not doing well for me. I actually haven't rolled this bad boy yet. I should start with that guy.
Oh, this is a good roll, but I realize that I used the wrong dice because that one's already
Ah.
damaged. So I hope this is
It is
better
damaged.
than that.
Yeah. You'll
I
roll the
hope
d12s
it's
and get
better
less than the 8s.
that.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I'll count it. That's fine. It was going to be a 12.
Yeah. So that's 30 points.
He has exactly 30 points left.
Nice.
As what does it look like as this? What do you as the bell rings out? What's it do?
I think that what happens for, the darkness just kind of there's a darkness that swirls around them, and as if they get bisected by a large scythe.
Nice.
Um,
As it rings out,
Ring-
one half falls, the other half falls, and as you see it come apart,
yeah.
there was actually something tangled in the ribs of the chest that was opening, and as it's bisected, it kind of falls and hooks on an rocky outcrop, and you can see that there was almost like some kind of satchel that was wrapped around that was wrapped around one of the ribs, and it kind of remains here with half of the body as the bottom half falls.
I slightly unhook and descend, just a little bit to descend slowly.
Descend?
No, I'll go the whole thing.
You go
Yeah,
to
that's fine.
30 feet? Yeah. Okay, fantastic. You get a little bit closer down. You can kind of see a little closer. It looks wet.
Oh.
Oh,
No, please.
I'm
Um,
holding a wet, damp piece of log, so it doesn't matter how
Yeah,
much
I guess.
Yeah, I've been meaning to ask about that.
Anything
You
else
also
on
know
your
how
turn?
that got wet, I assume.
No, that's it.
All right, fantastic. Back to the top, Qual. So there's
he's
only one of them left. He's still slowed. He's a good 60 or so feet away from you at the moment.
Is he looking bloodied?
No, he's taken the least damage. He's been roasted a couple of times. He got hit by the lightning bolt and he got hit by the moonbeam, but that's pretty much it.
Still in the moonbeam.
He's still in the moonbeam, yeah.
Yeah. And you said 60 feet
There isn't a
away.
lot of way. There isn't a lot of
Yes.
way for you can go away from the
Exactly.
moonbeam because it's straight down the middle.
That's why I needed to know that Qual wasn't
Yeah.
in one of them.
Yeah.
Qual will approach so that he's within 60 feet of the creature, and
Yeah.
then he will mind sliver.
Nice. I'll just put you down here with the rest, I think. As you get close enough to him, he will wisdom save again. Intelligence. This one is
DC 19.
slightly better for him. All right, I'll roll this one. Let's see if it's good. No, that's worse. That's a 4.
I forgot to tell you I cursed that dice before I gave it
Yeah,
to
I'm
you.
sorry. Actually, yeah, that's smart. Actually.
Remember, it was mine.
Yeah. It's been through two members of the curse, and I'm starting to regret this decision to use this dice.
Excellent. So he will take 11 points of psychic damage.
Yeah.
And will subtract 1d4 from his next saving throw.
All right, fantastic. All right, he starts to like look back to be like, should I go back in the hole? Anything else?
Look, as a bonus action, I will expend a bardic inspiration and give everyone 11 temporary hit points
Ooh.
Oh, thank you.
with my Glamour Bard funsies.
We love
very
glamour
cool.
bard
Mental,
funsies.
mental inspiration.
Awesome. Ven.
Yep.
Bonus action, Ven is going to move her spiritual weapon down closer to this guy that's
Yeah.
still around.
Wow.
And is going to take a whack at him. No, I need to roll that one before I roll the damage. Nat 20!
There you go. It comes roll down. And remind people, the spiritual weapon is a bow, right? Yeah.
Because Corellin, like, when you look through all the bullshit about all the gods, she doesn't say that. His, like, weapon that he's
Yeah.
most associated with is a longbow. But spiritual weapon is a melee
Yeah.
thing.
So is it just
so
whacking
just
with
kind
the-
of whacks her with the bow.
Or is it like
That's
getting your nose
amazing.
caught in the string or something?
I
Like,
do like that
Strangle.
imagery.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just garroting him. No, I like the idea of it just going bonk,
bonk.
on their head.
Fantastic.
So 2d8 instead of just the one. Because
And you
nat
hit it, and a couple of the
20.
ribs kind of shatter and break.
Bad damage. 5, 6, 7, 8 damage
Eight
because I rolled a
damage?
1 and a 2.
Well, good. He is basically bloodied though.
And as my action, I see what Razez did. What Razez did, and it seemed like a good idea because she was concerned about doing this because these guys are creepy, so she wasn't sure if it'd have the effect that she wanted. But she's going to try and toll the dead on him.
Okay.
So a wisdom save, please.
Oh my God, it's a 2. This is awful rolling.
Yeah, it feels bad, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Well, at least one of them got to hit you, and I killed that owl, so
Yeah, that's why this is happening.
yeah,
My heart.
that's fair. That's fair.
12 plus 5.
Channeling
17?
my Brennan
Yeah.
Mulligan, I'm going to kill that dog energy in this fight.
He takes 17,
17?
necrotic from
Fantastic.
No, wait. It's
Did
a
you roll the
D12.
D12s? Yeah.
I did the same thing. I really am inspired.
That's
10,
okay.
16, 18
Yes.
plus 5, 23 damage.
Yes. All right.
Pretty good.
Awesome. He's looking pretty bad, and like now you're in here, like he's in here with you rather than you're in here with him. He's looking really rough. He's starting to like not be able to get to you. It is his turn now, but he can only basically move 15 feet up the wall, so he is essentially just below this tier. So he's 25 feet away from here. And that is not quite close enough for him to do anything useful to you. He will, however, dash to get closer, which will get him right below this tier. So he is now 10
Desperately.
feet away from you guys on this level, but he can't do much on his turn. He will try, however, and break the slow. It's another
Wisdom 17.
That's a big of a 4.
Great.
Oh my god. At least
Then
let
you
me,
do the
at least let me
con.
roll under 10.
Now you do the con.
Now do the
Now
con
you
for
do
the.
the con.
That one is an 18.
Dang.
Con is
Oh, wait,
the
half still.
con is one of the good
Yeah,
stats it
still
has.
half.
Still.
Understandably, these don't have great mental stats.
You've also now used that negative D4, even though you didn't need it.
Oh, actually, that's a good point. So the
I mean,
D4 would
technically mine
the
is at the
D4
end of the
the
turn.
D4 would put it under.
Mine is at the end of the
Well, I did roll for the other. The D4 is only for on the first one, or is it on
Yeah.
both?
No, it's the
All
first
right, so it got
Yeah.
expended on the first one.
That's okay. Still take half of 8 plus 6 is 15. Have right? 8
7.
Sorry, no.
3
14.
plus 6 is
14.
14.
14. 7.
7. Awesome. Okay, he's looking pretty bad. Still up. Still 10 feet away from you guys, but is still slowed. Cav.
Okay. Do I think that I can do the same thing? Come back down
Yeah.
and try and stab?
Go for it.
Okay.
You're only 25 feet away from him.
Yeah, great. Cool. I float down.
Yeah.
Like Mission Impossible style. Is that a 7?
Yes.
Okay, 17?
17 hits.
Great.
It's
Good.
not a 1, it's a 7.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Like, I panicked for a second. I was like, oh, that's... Also, I realised that I rolled the wrong thing last time for my defensive
Oh,
flourish,
yeah.
but that is my fault.
Sorry, I didn't get to hit you anyway.
Nope, it's all good. 8, 9, 10. 15 damage.
15, yep.
And then I'll do. Okay, if I hit, I'll do it. Okay.
He's looking real bad. You think one good solid hit could finish him
Yeah, well,
off?
last time on my second hit, I rolled a 1 and a 2, so we'll see.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's not a 1 and a 2.
29, does that hit?
That'll hit, yeah.
Right.
You need 12 damage to finish him off.
Okay. So 5. What do I need to roll on this? If I've got +5.
What
7.
dice is it?
Okay, it's a D8.
Oh,
Brutal. I'm gonna spend. It's offensive. No, I'm gonna do a flourish.
Yeah, yeah. You see him reach
Great.
out towards you, and just that the hope leaves his eyes. As
So that's
20,
what's that?
20 damage.
20 damage.
fantastic. And with that final cut, he starts to fall.
I was gonna do a like the pushing flourish.
Oh,
the mobile
yeah.
one to like push him away, so he would have moved 14 feet.
Nice. Well,
Something
you
like that.
kind of like push him off the wall,
Yeah,
and at that
I
he
kick
kind of
him
starts
away.
to like
They're
drop
all
down.
fighting. I see they've
Eventually,
got
they
this.
will doof,
Some
hit
just kind of-
something and start and kind of slide down. You're out of initiative now, but you can still see that that little kind of satchel that got stuck on a like a little rocky outcropping, still kind of partially tangled in the rib of one of these creatures.
Yeah. As
works.
like, you've got this handle.
gonna Mary
You just
Poppins
like
it
continue,
down?
continue
Yeah.
to go down, and then just use the swamp stick to like.
Yeah, it kind of drips a little as you take it off, but it seems like it's old. It's maybe been here for a little while, but you can kind of peel back the layer and the little goop that comes off with it, and you can see inside amongst what probably at one point in time were like valuable personal belongings, but are now kind of moldy and rotten and gone. You kind of rub away the filth, and you can find there are 3 diamonds.
Okay.
Inside that look to be worth
How much?
roughly about 300 gold each.
Weird. Okay. It's weird.
Yeah, well, weird is very specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they
Strange.
seem like they are cut to a very particular size. Clearly, they were bought and
Yeah,
kept for a
yeah.
reason. They're in like a little pouch.
Yeah.
The pouch is kind of rotten and fallen apart, but it looks like they were kept as a intentionally for this value.
Since everything's slow falling, as Rizaz is just like opening his bag, it's just like dropping it. It's like it's gross.
Ew.
But as you start to descend down the rest of the way, the remaining 15, 20 minutes or so of the journey are relatively uneventful. you kind of follow the curves, and you can see the remains of some other adventurers and creatures who traveled down here at some point in time. But eventually, you will set down, and the tunnel finally opens into a large cavern lit by the soft glow of thousands of bioluminescent mushrooms.
Oh, pretty.
You can smell the soft scent of wet earth and petrichor that fills the air.
Also pretty nice.
Yeah.
It's kind of faintly glowing green in here at this point.
Matches me.
What would you all like to do? You can see also that just next to you there is another kind of one of those matching little
Oh,
daises.
good. You can turn it off from the
So you
bottom
can go
as
from the
well.
I
bottom
was
as
going to
well.
ask that. I
Yeah,
was
so
like,
you
is
can.
there...
So at the
Great.
moment, obviously you're not going back up, but if you set it, you could go back up.
Okay, good.
And you can
How
just go
long
up
is
and
it?
down all day.
How long is the total?
The hotel time is about 25-30 minutes.
Okay, so your thing.
Mine was 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for the first half of that rest of that trip down, we still had Spirit Guardians, and then it
Yeah.
finally dropped
So
off.
yeah, you're a few miles deep now.
Oh, sorry, I meant detect magic, but that's gone.
Oh,
now.
detect-
Yeah,
that
detect
went
magic's
when
long.
I-
Detect magic's long
yeah.
gone. But yeah, I think you would still have a little bit of that dark vision for the next 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But that's kind of roughly about it. But you've kind of set down in this little kind of mushroom cavern.
As we get down here, actually no, I changed my mind. Don't worry about it.
Now, when we've gotten down here, can I make an initial with a survival check, just trying to survey around to see if are there signs of other creatures? Are there signs of something having gone through here?
Yeah, give me a survival check. If anyone else want to look around this immediate kind of
Yeah.
Can I
vicinity?
do a perception
I was like to do
check?
perception.
Yeah, it's kind of a roughly about a 60-foot space. It's not uniform, but it's got about a 40-foot ceiling and about a 60-foot kind of roughly square space.
I'm
here.
gonna guidance on Cav.
Cool.
I got a 33, but she got a nat 20.
Which is a 30, so it's not actually as good as
And
yours.
what were you guys rolling?
Perception.
Perception?
Perception.
No.
9 survival.
9 survival. Okay. So yeah, you start to there's a lot of mushrooms in here. There's a lot of mushrooms in here.
So many mushrooms.
You start to kind of look a little bit closely at them. There's so many different colors, so many different shapes and sizes that
pretty.
you forget what you were looking for.
Do any of them have faces?
None of them have faces,
Oh.
unfortunately. It's not that kind of Underdark adventure, but you do look around kind of this immediate vicinity. You can see over here in this kind of corner, it looks like at one point in time, there is a rock there now, and there's actually quite a lot of rocks in there because it looks like it was another tunnel, and it's been collapsed in sometime relatively recently, maybe in the last few months, you think. And it doesn't look like it was naturally a collapse here. It looks like there's some shapes and stuff to it that looks like it was forced to collapse. You can see that the moss and fungi haven't grown back over it yet, so it looks like it's kind of just recently disturbed. But it would take a long time to clear away the rubble. There is extensive kind of collapse.
Yeah, I'm not playing the
Does
right
it-
character to suggest that.
Does it look like it was big dragon sized before it collapsed?
No, it was probably about a 15-foot wide tunnel. It would have been a squeeze for a really big dragon, but
What about a human-sized dragon? Or human-sized human of a dragon?
Yes, again, but why would you keep taking the human form to travel in your land? It just seems like it doesn't make sense.
Because you can get through small spaces.
but do you want to give me? I think just due to the nature of some of the stuff that you've seen, like a nature check or an arcana check.
They are both the same for me, so much of a muchness. That is going to be a dirty 20.
Nice.
Nice.
So while you're distracted by all these mushrooms, looking closely at them, you can see that most of them are harmless. But there
Most of them are harmless?
Most of them are harmless, but a few of them here you can see can be used in arcane components. Some of them they have a unique connection to the weave. Some of them are only found in the domain of a deep dragon, and they have unique properties that cause vivid nightmares in humanoids.
Ah.
So you think that it's probably okay to be in here for an hour or so, but any longer, it's probably going to start affecting you.
So in
So
and
they are
out.
magic mushrooms.
Yeah, magic
they-
mushrooms.
Bad trip.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this feels like we want to get out of here as soon as possible. So no resting.
Yeah.
Well, you think you could take a short rest in here, but not a long rest.
Oh, good, because I really need a short rest. I'm very hurt. I took a lot of damage. I
You
could.
did.
Yeah. So our max, or my max. Well, I think our max
Yeah.
is 134. I'm on 62. The only reason that Spirit Guardian stayed up was because we took 44 damage. I rolled a nat 20 on my con save, and I have a +2 to con. So otherwise that would have gone away.
Yeah.
But I was very lucky.
You still have 11 temporary hit points as well, but that's not much.
That's
Oh, they-
73.
Those do go away first, though. So.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I think
like,
you got
I
them after
could-
the.
I
yeah.
could technically
Oh, yes.
do a 6th level spell on myself,
No, we can sit here.
but how would anybody else feel like
It doesn't look like there's any immediate threat around here.
I mean,
so-
if we short rest, I get my inspiration back. So
So do you.
Mm.
Can,
Fine,
can
short
we
rest.
attempt?
we will attempt a short rest.
Okay.
I would love to attempt
We
a
just
short rest.
get down
Yeah.
and then just sit
Yeah.
while looking at the tunnel.
We have to get our land. Like I don't know. It's wobbly the whole
We'll
time.
just
Land
try
legs.
and stay as far away from the bad looking mushrooms as
Yeah.
possible.
Do we succeed on a short rest?
You do succeed on a short
Oh,
rest.
thank God.
So you spend a little bit of time in here. What do you do during that time, during that hour?
Oh, I will play my flute
Nice.
for a little song of rest.
Oh, I was going to say, I'm doing the same.
Great.
Do they stack?
You can
I
jam.
think they
No,
stack.
you don't. They
They
don't
stack.
stack. But you can jam together.
Yeah, we'll jam together.
Is yours a 1d10 or is it?
Such a good question.
Because mine's a 1d10.
D8. We'll do yours.
You can still chime in, don't you?
I will. I will.
Is it both flutes?
No, Qual plays like a triangle. He has a lyre.
So it's
He has a-
it's lead triangle
mean-
and flute.
I can just like play my hand drum then if you want to.
Need some percussion.
Or my lyre. Or
Yeah, you can switch it up as as the course goes on. Is there anything that you guys want to discuss or plan or anything during this hour that you spend here, kind of amongst the mushrooms?
I don't. I don't know. I feel
There
like
is something I want to do, but it's not until I'm healed.
the temp HP goes away, right? Or does
No,
it?
that stays
No.
until a long rest.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
If you
Beautiful.
think you're going to lack the amount to heal with your hit dice, I can poke you with the swamp stick.
That sounds
That
very
sounds-
appealing.
Yeah.
Poker with the swamp stick.
Upsetting.
Poker.
I mean, you know what? The swamp stick would stop me from having to do math. Because currently I'm having to do math. But I am at 105 after using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of my hit dice. That's half of my hit dice. I think I'll be okay without the swamp stick. We'll save the swamp stick for emergencies.
Okay.
Okay. You also don't seem to like the swamp stick.
Yeah, well, it's just because it's gross.
Right.
It does look gross. Yeah.
I think the description was like, it's like as if literally fished out from a swamp. I got this from a hag.
Great. I guess you got away lucky.
Yes, quite.
Yeah, I have a friend that died to a hag, so yeah.
Oh, unfortunate.
They're okay. They came back.
They got better.
They got better.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Help if they had
5,
a
6,
swamp
7,
stick.
8,
Yeah,
9, 10,
probably.
11.
Probably.
All right, I'm back at full. It only took 12 of my 14
Oh
dice.
gosh. All right.
Swamp stick might have been better.
Swamp stick might have been better. I should have taken it at halfway.
No, why? No, stop.
All right.
Wait, what did the rest get us? The song get us?
Oh, plus
D10.
D10.
Yeah,
Did
so you
roll?
roll your
Oh,
own.
roll
don't
your
you?
D10.
Oh, you were only on D10.
You do not want my roll.
Oh, but
trust me.
only if you spend a hit die.
Yes.
That would have also. So I'm actually on.
Of course, you can roll
Get
it
rid of
back.
one.
I'm actually on 11.
Nice.
So I've got 3
Yeah,
left.
no, sure. I'll use a hit die just to see if I can go back to max. So.
Oh, good. So you feel a lot better, kind of, sitting amongst the thing here. It's kind of quiet. There's a kind of dampening effect that the mushrooms have in here, but
Dampening.
But you can still, you can still hear the, the sound of the music. You can still talk and discuss, everything that just happened to you and plan ahead.
I'm trying to think of when Ven would think about doing this. I think she might wait to see what's going on before she does anything.
Because I always keep forgetting. I'm going to give myself the thing that gives me advantage on my initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
I always forget that during
But
the
I
first fight.
will expend one of my channel divinities to get Harness Divine Power and regain my 3rd level spell slot that I
Nice.
used.
For bookkeeping purposes, I have spent all of my hit dice.
Yeah.
I am.
Do you want to get poked?
say.
No, it's fine. I'm up to 120 out of 134 with my 11 temporary hit points still.
Nice.
Did you roll a bunch of ones?
Yeah.
I rolled a couple of ones.
Yeah.
So what I will tell you also is that you can see it on the map there. There is from apart from the this particular area where you're up above from everything else with the mushroom, beyond this kind of opening in the cave there that was kind of represented by that door, it kind of goes downwards a little by almost like a natural staircase that kind of winds down and seems to open up into a bigger cavern beyond.
Okay. All right. Well, we can't do anything with this tunnel, right?
No.
No,
So I
that
guess
tunnel, it would
we-
take days to dig out.
I'm not doing that. That's
And it looks like
way
it's
too
been
much work.
buried for months. It wouldn't have been where, Gideon came down in the last day or
Okay.
so.
Cool. I guess we go that way then.
Qual will offer just a gift. Again, drawing on his magical secrets.
Don't tell anyone. Secret.
Drawing on the plane of air, he's going to conjure just a small little.
I'm going to go off camera for a second because I'm just going to go around here so to look at other
We'll chat to each
people.
other.
Yeah, just little wind spirits that kind of gather around our feet and soften our footsteps as he casts Pass Without Trace.
Nice.
Ooh, fancy.
Nice.
Fancy. So that's for an hour, and we get a +10 to our
Great.
stealth checks.
So that means I have a plus 24 to my stealth check.
We do.
I have a plus 12.
And that was using a 2nd level spell slot.
Okay.
Just because I don't think I need my spells that much, and I always have more to spare, I'm gonna burn a 1st level spell slot as well. So for as long as we're past, I'm gonna redo the sight thing.
So we can see.
Yeah, I can spend the spell slot to redo it again.
Hey, Brendan, I have dark vision.
Oh, good. Good.
Actually, yeah, Ven's not feeling too confident after what happened in that, so she's going to spend a 4th level in Death Ward herself.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
I
All right.
That's a
reckon.
vibe.
I reckon Cav might. How close do we think we are to things?
So what I'll tell you is when you enter this particular area, you can see that at the base of those rocky steps, it opens up into this vast chamber beyond. The ground is strewn with ancient debris of what once looks like buildings and monuments. You can see, those of you who are relatively familiar with it, there is definitely hallmarks of elven design in some of the the fragments of stuff that was here, but it looks like it's pretty ancient. You can roll a history check if you want to try and get a better idea of it.
Midge, that bardic goes away after.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
But there's 5 more where that came from.
Hey.
That's an 18 in history for me.
Can I help Ven?
Sure.
Thank you. That's worse.
Yeah, no.
I got a
I have
13 in
enough.
history.
Oh, good. Razez, you can tell that this is definitely ancient Drow architecture, but it looks like it is hallmarked of like a culture that probably no longer exists. This was it looks like kind of like almost a guard outpost for some kind of Drow civilization, probably the like uppermost outpost on the fringes of their civilization, but they're probably likely long gone now, replaced by like distant descendants.
This lecture, I remember the nerd who told me this one.
What does Drow architecture look like?
Lots of spidery shit.
Yeah, well, I
Very
was like,
pointy, actually.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
pointy,
Dark
lots of
bricks.
dark colors and so forth. But you can see like there was a tower here that probably at one point in time was about you know, maybe 50 foot, 60 foot tall. This whole chamber is about like 80 foot. Because you kind of went down into it, to like the ceiling of it, but the tower is like collapsed as segments of it. There's floors of it that are like strewn around this area, and there's still a lot of like mushrooms and bits and pieces and stuff down here. You guys are just kind of in the immediate vicinity, though. If you wanted to kind of take a closer look around, let me know.
Yeah, Cav's going to spend a 4th level spell slot and cast Freedom of Movement on themselves. Just cause.
Cool.
But yeah, Ven will have a look around. She finds this interesting, so I think
Cav doesn't, but doesn't want Ven to get hurt, so we'll go with them.
Ven will go for a little wander.
Put yourself kind of like somewhere in the space.
Everybody?
Yeah, just, you know, if you want to kind of, you know, venture into the space,
Are you
let me know
coming with
kind of
me?
Yeah, I'll
where
come
you're
with you.
investigating.
I'm
And you
investigating
can roll me either like an investigation check or a perception check. Under the new rules, perception is kind of the new searching for things. So if you're going to be looking for stuff,
it's fine, I'll do
investigation is
perception.
more kind of working out, like studying stuff. So if you want to just kind of look around, give me probably perception.
I'll do perception.
What if I wanted to study it?
You can, well, if you find something particular to study.
Okay, I'll perception first, and if there's anything interesting, I'll study it.
I got a 2 plus 11, 13.
24.
Nice. I will say, as you're kind of looking around, then what you notice is that you spot like a one of the like fallen sections of the building, maybe that kind of like top part behind you there, that little red part. It's if you kind of look closely in there, you can see that there's a panel that you can like push up. It looks like it was once like a door or a wall panel, and underneath it, there's kind of almost like a buried room beneath there. In there's like a dusty bedroll. There's like burned down candles and a small little kind of area that looks like it was used for like writing, almost like a desk that you would sit cross-legged in front of. And there's like a little a little section in it that you can slide open, and there's things in there.
Ooh.
Things.
Things. I
Things.
love things.
Little
Things
things.
are great.
Things are good.
Yeah. This looks like it's. It doesn't look like it's from the original building. It's like somebody camped in here at some point, and that's what's
Yeah,
left.
it looks like it looks like probably, you know, it's a section of what was at one point a room.
Yeah.
But it's kind of been turned into a little camping hovel kind of thing here.
Cool. I would love to look at things. She
Alright.
goes and burrows for the things.
Do you want me to borrow for the things?
Would you like to help me burrow for the things?
Sure.
Sure. You're not gonna have to roll for it.
We borrow for the things.
But as you kind of pull through and open it up, you can see that there's in here the only thing that looks like it was maybe once of value in the drawer is this kind of cracked, dull gem that maybe at one point in time had a little bit more luster to it. But underneath it is a crumpled, torn page out of a journal. And you can see that if you read it, it says, "I begin to worry that Valmok tires of me. The dragon has been my companion, my peer and my mentor for years now. But of late he grows short with me. He has become curious of my allies and the protectors of the weave, and I begin to worry he will no longer share his knowledge with me when he feels I have expended my usefulness. I have never hesitated to visit him before, but now I am trepidatious. I wonder if this will be the last time he sees me."
See, it's double L
Double L.
C
Yep,
H.
got it. Yep.
Where's the signature?
It's not
My allies and the
journal.
protectors.
Yeah,
Of the weave.
the allies in the protectors of the weave.
Mm. So you know that, you know, from what Arrow mentioned to you, there were some
Did we also get a dossier?
yeah, you know, you would see some of that same information that Gideon Felmore is a member of this organization called the Protectors of the Weave, which are kind of, you know, interested in you know, controlling and you know, the safely using magic and so forth. There, you know, it seems like he was a little bit of a snob about magic before.
I have a question, and this is me going out on a limb.
Mm.
But Mr. Felmore, was he the sort of person that would put out like decrees or anything? Would we have seen samples of his handwriting in any form?
Yeah, I think so. Well, I think definitely.
We were in his house.
Yeah, you were in his house. You
not
definitely
really a
could
house
have
anymore.
found some stuff, and I think that. Yeah, I think that you would definitely have been able to, you know, get some background information on this. It does look like his handwriting.
So, potential, because this is from Ven checks her diary. This is from about a year ago.
Roughly a year prior.
Yeah, roughly a year ago. Do you think maybe to begin with he was working with him, but maybe something happened to him?
Yeah, maybe. People
Something
betray
that
people
makes
all the
him
time.
Trepidatious.
But he's still been here, so Valmok's been impersonating him.
I guess that makes sense. I mean, he must have been a real person because he's got family and everything.
Yeah.
Real people have family.
And also, if he wasn't,
Oh, so if you don't have family,
You're not a real person.
we're your family.
As you say that,
Ben says we're family and Quan and Rezez are like,
you hear a sound from behind you as coming out of the base level of the tower, appearing from behind the building. A stern-looking drow grips a tall black steel lance in one hand, glaring towards you. He points it and declares something loudly in Elvish, which I believe the two of you at least can understand.
I'm an elf.
He says, "You are surrounded. Turn back now or face death." And we'll come back right after a break. Welcome back. Our heroes have just discovered the discarded journal page of Gideon Felmore, but have also discovered that they are not alone down here. A drow has just appeared out of the base of the tower, and creeping out from behind other features around this area are two more. You can see there is this one with the long spear who's just said in Elven that you are surrounded, turn back now or face death. And there is another who is kind of sneaking around just beside him off to the side, and another one just kind of back behind the tower. And that one, he has they seem to have like a chain in one hand, and on the end of the chain, I mean, the steel collar is around the neck of a little kobold. You can see the kobold doesn't have any kind of weapons at the moment. He's kind of being like yanked along on the chain. But the one with the spear pointed towards you seems to be kind of making an effort to intimidate you. And those of you obviously who don't understand Elvish, you know, you get the vibe, but maybe not exactly the wording. But he says, you are surrounded, turn back
Sorry,
or face
do
death.
they get the vibe? Because what we did was turn around and go, hi!
That's a good point. Maybe not. You know, he sounded threatening, and then you're like, oh, maybe this is just one of those languages where it sounds. Hello, little girl. Would you like to play again? You guys can make me an insight check though. The ones that can understand him.
Okay.
Can I look
17?
Sorry.
I rolled a nat 1, but that's an 11.
Okay.
Can I look at the kobold and in Draconic go, what do you say?
Over my shoulder
you
say
asked-
that in Draconic.
Fantastic. You get the sense that like he seems to be. It's hard to be sure. Like he seems confident, but you're not totally convinced that that he's willing to fight. You get the sense he is trying to intimidate you. As you turn to the kobold's eyes light up as he hears something in Draconic and looks to her and says, "Hey, save Dink! I bring you to the boss. Save Dink. I don't want to go with Smelly Elf.
Who is your boss?
Big dragon boss.
Velmok?
Yeah.
Obviously the word Velmok
I can
is
hear this.
said.
I can understand this.
Don't want to be elf slave. Help.
Obviously, like he says the word Velmok. Like, do they show any recognition? Like, you know, it's
Yeah, as you say Velmok, yeah, they all eyes turn towards you when you say Velmok, and they he grips the spear a little tighter and points it at you, and
please don't
he
do
tries
that.
in Undercommon, which
Nope.
I don't think any of you speak,
Nope.
and says kind of something that ends in Velmok. And it
I-
sounds like
I-
a question.
I could understand you before I say it in
Yeah,
Elvish.
that's why we said, hi.
I'm assuming they went hi. in
Yeah,
Elvish.
yeah, but he'll turn back to now that he's no longer
I
Velmok.
couldn't understand that. I could understand Elvish though.
What are you doing here? What? Leave this place.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, we came to, well, not fight you.
Are you servants of the dragon?
Servants of anyone.
He lowers the spear a little. What did he say to that one?
I don't.
Oh,
I
he-
have zero
he-
idea.
What did you say?
What they
It's
say.
what
do
did
you
they say?
In Draconic,
Oh yeah, he asked what you said, and then the little one said that he doesn't want to be your prisoner.
The little one doesn't get a choice. The little one is the slave of a dragon. Now he is ours.
Well, he's a kobold. That's generally what they do.
Yeah.
That is no excuse. He knows things that we will report to our matron mother.
Razez goes, all right. He speaks in common, and I don't know if they understand. Like
They don't.
Tell. So I'm like,
Ven will act as a translator.
Translate.
tell them.
I actually think maybe one of them does. Let me double check.
Paul doesn't speak any of these
But
languages.
they're
Really? I speak Common, Draconic, Elvish, Sylvan, and Celestial.
no, it is Elvish, Undercommon, and can speak with spiders.
Razez
Can you turn into
will.
a spider?
Is that animal speech? Maybe I can just talk to him in spider.
Razaz walks over here to this big empty spot over here, and sort of taps the scythe on the ground, and you see like a magical 15-foot radius sphere starts to like like little runes or something like that, and he says, "Everybody step into the sphere, so you can all we can all see. No one is lying."
Oh, okay. Ven will translate. Say, oh, he can cast magic so that people can't lie. Can we all go in the circle just so we can't? It's truth circle. Circle of truth.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh no!
What can I?
Why did I say anything?
Why'd you talk?
Because I think what his response to this is like, I think he knows the magic, like, but there is something like he wants to be convinced that this isn't a trap.
this is where I
He's
said
like
I was gonna be
wary
interested.
about this.
Alright.
He's still kind of trying to intimidate you to some extent. Can't fully understand everything that everyone is saying. He says, "We're not interested in tricks.
No, that's literally why we were going to go in there for no tricks. It's the no tricks circle.
Holding hands optional.
Yeah.
Give me a persuasion
Not
check."
Not optional. Quoll starts
Do I get
playing
help
Kumbaya
from-
on his lyre.
Yeah.
That's a nat 20, so
Nice.
a 34.
Fantastic. All right, I'm familiar with this spell. Fine. And he kind of points to the others and kind of mentions gives them a little hand symbol to kind of watch, and he will step into the sphere and
Small one too. Dink.
I don't translate that. You just point to it.
Him too.
He fine, send the one holding the chain kind of drags it over and kind of gives him a little kick so that he slides into the thing.
let's
Now they have to make a save.
Man, I wish I had the spell tongues right now.
Yeah. what
Is
is
it
it?
charisma save?
Yes, it's a charisma save. They can
Can I
choose to
choose
fail.
They can choose to fail. You don't know whether they do or not.
You crafty little bitch.
I'm not choosing nothing.
Quoll's not
What's
going in
the
the
what's the
circle.
DC?
18.
Okay.
That's cool.
That is cool.
Now, is there anything about the spell that
I
means
know
that
if it-
you
I know if they
You know-
fail or succeed.
you know if they fail or succeed?
Yes, you know whether a creature succeeds or fails on the save.
Okay.
I got a 24.
I will say because you got a nat 20, I gotta honor that. The drow will choose to succeed.
Choose to fail.
Choose to fail. Sorry, choose to fail. The kobold dink will try to resist but fail. So you are now standing in there with the drow.
Are you two in the
and
circle too?
Quall's not.
Quoll can't
Quoll's-
speak any of these languages.
No,
Oh,
but
right.
Quoll does have the ability to cast detect thoughts without any verbal or somatic component. So
you
I
get a
think
vibe.
while this is going on, he's gonna.
Try and peer in.
Yep.
Okay.
Is detect thoughts have that little caveat where you can only understand if you share a language with the person?
That's a good question. Double check.
Usually thoughts no, but
I would
telepathy?
imagine not.
No,
but-
I don't. As long as they speak a language,
Language.
it's fine.
Okay, cool. So he lowers the spear, kind of holds it off to his side, and says, "My name is Musseldar Demtor.
Musseldar?
Masyldar. Masildar.
Masildar.
Masildar Demtor. And he points to the one with daggers over there and says, "This is Gulan and Chadra." Chadra is the one holding the dink by that thing. Says, "We are servants of the matron mother Ildren Vryn. Our city is deeper down in the Underdark, but close to the domain of a deep dragon. I believe you know the name Velmok."
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, that I do know. Hi, I'm Cav. It's lovely to meet
Oh,
you.
I don't understand them.
You make Cav say her name.
Yeah. I was nodding along with it. And I'm like, oh,
Hi,
I
I'm
don't understand.
Ben.
Very well. Why are you here?
Maybe the same reason. Well, not exactly the same reason you are. We're looking for the dragon.
Were we going to kill the dragon, or what were our orders
Well,
about
we
the
got
dragon?
told to
Take the
take the
head.
skull back, so I'm
Right.
pretty sure that
Okay.
involves killing
I
it.
see. Okay.
I've just remembered I've got Rary's telepathic bond.
Hey!
So we can literally have like a kumbaya circle where we can.
Right. Can we have done that before?
Sure.
Okay.
You would have it, you would know. That would be one of the things that you would have pre-cast. That's fine. You can just mark it off.
Well, I'm even happy to ritual cast
Yeah,
it, which I
yeah.
can do. It just means I won't be concentrating on detect thoughts.
Yeah, no, that's okay. That's
Cool.
fine. But are you saying these things about killing the dragon out loud?
I did. I'm in there. I failed the
Yeah.
save
I mean, I passed,
intentionally.
but then Ven said it,
Dink
so-
looks up to you and says, "Boss, need head. Stop."
Wait, does Dink understand that? Wait, who?
I said that in
Who's
Elvish.
willingly joining?
Elvish. All right. No. Okay. Then.
Wait, no, you'd have had to say it in common. For
A lot
me
of
to
languages
understand
going
it.
on.
Yeah, but
So-
they don't
so-
speak common.
Rary's
Does
telepathic.
Dink? Sorry. Yeah.
Dink
Rary's
speaks
telepathic
common.
bond bypasses any required languages.
So you
Sure,
can
but are
understand
you
us.
sharing it with just us or with them as well?
Well, I was gonna say, are they willing to?
Well, I think it has to be at the point when you cast it.
Well, that's what I mean. I was gonna take 10 minutes to cast it here.
Here. Well, I don't think that they're going to stop for 10 minutes and not have the conversation.
Ignore Rary's then. We
Then-
are.
but you-
Detect thoughts is back on.
Yeah. I don't think they're all just going to sit there patiently for 10 minutes while you're like, just let me cast this spell, and then
All
we'll,
right.
and then we can
This
all
Dink-
talk without you hearing
Does Dink understand common?
us. Dink understands common, yes.
Okay, Dink understands common. It would have had to have been
And
common.
draconic. With
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Well, yeah, I was speaking in
I was
Elvish.
speaking Elvish to talk to the drow.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in Elvish, he will say, "Our civilization has long been rivals of this dragon Velmok. We have been vying for territory for some time, but reached a stalemate. We like to keep an eye on the dragon. We believe that one day he will move against us."
In common, just because Rosetta is kind of getting a vibe of what's going on here. In common, I'm going to turn to you and go. In common first. Why don't you tell Dink what we're going to do to what we're here for his? Wait, do you speak in? Fuck.
I failed my save. I
No,
speak
no, no, no,
break
no.
the link.
No, no, no. I'm specifically talking to.
I don't speak Draconic.
No, but no, sorry. Dink speaks common. That's fine. Yes. Why don't you tell Dink what plans we have for his boss?
Okay.
What?
We
You
were.
want to see boss?
Yeah.
I will take. He just kind of pulls at the chain.
We would.
Don't let them take you.
Yeah.
I will
We.
go-
I would love to meet your boss. Big fan.
Good guy.
Yeah. Great guy.
Big wings.
Yeah.
Rosez gives you a look like, don't say anything.
I clocked
Scary
that. I have good
face.
insight.
Yeah. Would love to work for him.
I take.
Okay.
I take you.
Great.
Okay, because they don't speak. Okay, okay. I'm just keeping all the thing. Okay, this has been said to Dink. They don't speak common, so they don't think. Okay.
I
Cool.
turn and go into Elvish. We're gonna kill that guy.
Hi. Why do you have a chain on him?
We will take him back to see what information he can provide about the dragon's whereabouts, and
Why don't you just ask him now?
we will ask him while we travel.
Well, he just told us that he would take me to the dragon.
We know where the dragon is.
Great.
Oh.
So what
That's
information? Sorry, I don't.
So, but like, if we went with, sorry, did you say his name is Dink?
He
Okay.
said his name was Dink.
Okay. If Dink took us though, maybe it wouldn't look like a threat immediately.
You wish to take our captive?
Yeah. I don't love having a captive at all.
I'll do it then.
Okay.
I don't speak.
I think I was musing just out loud in common, probably. I don't really want to take a captive. I have kind of moral issues against. Anyway, yeah. In Elvish again. Yes.
We were sent here to the edge of Velmok's domain. We believe that he has been leaving for some time, and we were sent as scouts. We actually believe he's been going to the surface, but
Yeah,
He
he has.
has.
Yeah.
he has recently returned. We've
Yep,
seen
that
evidence
too.
of it.
Also that. Yeah, you're correct.
Your scouts are good.
Thank you. In fact, we do need to return very soon, but, we will not be going past it, but his inner sanctum is a few hours' travel from here. It is tightly guarded, many traps.
You don't want to come with us?
We cannot. We must return. We must give this information back to our people. We have been sent here with a mission
Okay.
What mission?
to, well, what I just told you. We needed to find the.
So
Oh,
see
the
dragon.
scouting,
So we
yes.
have proven that he has returned, and we must ready.
Okay, but what if, this is still in Elvish, but what if you get all the way back there and then you come back and we've already killed him?
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Like Rosetta's just watching this conversation, trying to understand like their faces, and I'm like, I think it's going alright.
Ven, terrible at talking to people, full of self-confidence.
And you see Dink kind of starts to say something. He gets a little pull of the chain and says, "This one was watching out for us, for anyone coming down here. We believe he has been placed on guard duty
Where'd you find him?
in the tower."
Okay.
Dink, how long were you in Draconic? Dink, how long were you in the tower?
Well, a day.
Oh. Did you see anything other than these guys?
I see you now.
That's fair. I did not specify.
Can you ask
What
him?
about your boss?
What?
Oh, I see him too.
Can you ask him like how far away the dragon is? Like how long it'll take us to
They
get
said
to the
a couple
dragon?
of hours. Is it a couple of hours away?
Yeah. I take you 2 hours, maybe 2 hours. I know shortcuts.
2 hours.
I know all the best
Bargaining.
shortcuts. You take Dink.
Can I use my detect thoughts to zone in on Dink's
Yeah.
knowledge of the shortcuts,
Yeah.
just to make sure that like he's not going to try and trick us?
Okay. Give me a insight check.
So the way this works, with detect thoughts is he has to make a wisdom save against my.
Oh, you want to delve deeper?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So.
He knows you're doing that though, right?
No,
If he-
only
If
if he
he
fails.
If he succeeds.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah,
Yeah,
if-
the other way.
if Dink succeeds.
Is it charisma or wisdom?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
DC 19.
How good's his wisdom?
Well, he rolled a 19, but he has a -1.
Oh.
So there's an 18, and he fails, and you can see him thinking about go by lava, and go by skulls, big skull, little skulls. I go big. Yeah, they will. Yeah, they won't get there.
So he's going to betray us.
You get the sense that he intends to lead you there by the most dangerous route possible.
But with my spell, I just want to confirm because I'm pretty sure I can kind of extract information that I want. So I want to be able to kind of find out what would be the safest path. If you probe deeper, the target must make a wisdom saving throw. If it fails, you gain insight into its reasoning, if any, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind.
Gotcha. So what you would
Yeah.
find out is that you can see little glimpses of a discussion that he had with a man who you would recognize to be Gideon in the past day about like if anyone comes through here and try and delay them, try and sap their resources, you won't be able to stop them, but make sure when they get there they are as battered as possible.
As information is coming through, Quell is also simultaneously filtering it out into his allies with telepathic communication.
Okay. Basically, you get the sense that he's been stationed here with the intention of leading anyone who follows him astray.
They can take. Okay. After we get that information, I'm just gonna turn to the drow and go like, you know what, you can have him.
No, wait, I want him.
No.
Why?
I tell you anything you want. Take Dink.
Well, no, that wasn't Elvish because he.
Oh,
can't.
in Elvish, okay. But I mean, he's basically pleading with you the whole time during this
Yeah.
conversation to be like, he genuinely doesn't want to go with the elves. He
Yeah.
wants to be with you guys.
Yeah, but he wants to do bad things to us.
I.
Tell you whatever you want, please.
Alright, Brazez wants him, so.
Yeah, I want him.
Chain stays on.
But also, he failed the truth.
Yeah,
right?
he
The-
is.
Yeah.
He
has to
hasn't
choose.
lied.
No, he hasn't
lied.
lied.
Yeah, I know. I just have to formulate my question correctly. In the new version, I could not find out how, like for whatever reason I couldn't get intimidation as a thing. Anyway, So instead, I will go with. I would like to make a persuasion check. And we are in this
Yeah.
in the zone of truth, to which I have chosen to fail.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chosen to fail my own thing. I don't know. He doesn't know that, but
Yeah.
I'm like, in Draconic, Dink. If we save, if we save you from the drow, you will take us to your master in the quickest way possible.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. All right. And you understand that if you betray us, you will want to wish you went with the drow. Do you understand?
Yes. Understand. Okay. I will take.
Dink.
We will go by the mushroom way. We will go the nice.
Can we go
Nice way.
Can we go the safest way?
Safest way.
Fastest.
Yes.
But if the fastest is dangerous.
Fastest is very dangerous.
Yeah, I don't know that way.
How long will the safest way take?
But
3-4 hour.
It's only like 2 more hours.
we don't speak. He
I swapped
understands.
a comment. Just,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
just
yeah.
an automatic
No,
reaction.
that's
It's only 2
that's
more
not
hours.
that's not the thing. I want to say something away from Dink, but
Oh,
we don't
Tell, can you? Oh,
Does
you
anyone
can't
speak Orc?
comment. No.
This is becoming a difficulty. Can we just earmuffs on Dink?
Yeah, Dink, earmuffs.
Yeah. Hasseldar will kind of like cover his. He kind of like wiggles and squirms
Alright,
and.
It seems to me imperative. Like the resources was one, but it does seem that it was imperative to Velmok as well to delay us. If he needs more, look, I know enough wizards to know they like their preparation time.
Yeah.
I do understand that reasoning. But also, if we get there and we've been stuck in all of this stuff while we're traveling, it's not going to be very helpful.
Did we get the sense from Dink that he initially wanted to take us the quickest way, the more dangerous way,
Yeah.
so that we would get, use up our resources? Yeah.
But you get the vibe from him that like he realizes he is not in a position to bargain, and you've worked that out, and he will take you the safer way if forced to.
But the safer way is the longer way.
The safer way is the longer way.
Can we do like half safe, half not safe? So it's like midway point?
I'm just saying. I'd prefer to go. I'd prefer to go the dangerous way, but for him to tell us exactly why it's dangerous.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point if we're prepared.
Lava, skulls.
Lava and skulls. We should ask him about more information about them.
Tell us about the skulls.
No, we should get him from the drow.
Okay. Scratch that. We'll take him.
He is ours.
Yeah, but we need him now.
How much do you want for him? ask them how much they want for him.
You truly wish to kill the dragon. You will try this.
Yeah.
That's why we're here.
It's what we do.
He turns.
They don't
to,
understand me.
talk to
Instead of just telling them, tell
You
them,
got the
tell them.
vibe.
Yeah, that's what we do.
You are mad, but fine. I believe that we have what we need from this. He will not be a useful worker. You.
Yeah, he doesn't understand a word of your commands.
Fine. You can have him if you plan to fight the dragon, but well, if we don't see you again, then. One of the others kind of leans in, and Gulan kind of whispers, and he's like, "Very well, we don't need it anymore." And taking out of his pouch, Gulan tosses you a little potion bottle, and it is a potion of psychic resistance. And he says,
Ooh.
"You will need this for what's ahead."
Just the one.
Just
Just the one.
And just the one. And Chadra will take the other end of the chain and hand it to you.
Okay. Thank you. It's very helpful. How would you kill the dragon?
I have not been face to face with the dragon, but I believe that, well, he will know that you are coming. He will try his best to slow you,
I
hurt you
can do
before
that, don't
you before you get there. Try your best to save your resources for his battle.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah. Sure.
This one, if you wish for him to fight, he has a shield and spear in the
Dink or
Aw,
dink.
that's very cute.
You've got a little shield.
no? You can keep it.
It's just kind of
no,
in
he
the
doesn't-
base
he
of the
doesn't need them.
tower.
Okay.
Like this is like I'm just being bad right now. Okay, I'm like if they point it, I go, oh, you mean this, and like I hold it like in view of Dink, and I'm just like crush the spear. Dink,
Was my favorite.
yeah,
Boss gave to
you
me.
understand what will happen to you if you betray us, correct?
Dink understands.
Okay, okay. As long as we're on the same page, he can have the shield.
Dink kind of like hangs on the collar a little and holds the shield.
I'm gonna remove the chain. He keeps the collar. I'm gonna remove the chain because I don't want to hold that shit.
Yeah.
And also, I'm going to reiterate, Dink. You can't outrun me. You can't. I will be able to find you wherever you go. So,
You follow
Remember.
Dink. Dink will take you. Let's go. Let's go.
Cav's looking at Rosette being like, I'm not crossing you.
It's absolutely
like
terrifying.
the whole, like the I will find you. Cav spent their whole life on the run. It's just like, oh god.
Sorry, I'm just having flashbacks to what potentially happened to Bitty.
Yeah.
Bitty, whatever their name was.
it was.
And I'm now just like, I think Ven finally.
Right. Oh no.
It finally clicked.
She's just like,
Biddy didn't run away, did he?
The drow are starting to kind of like pack up now. They grab their things and we've been delayed too long. We must leave.
Good luck.
I wish you good fortune.
You too.
And they start to leave.
have a
and-
safe trip.
and you as
I
well.
don't know what I don't speak.
We
this
wave.
language,
Yeah.
You
Yes.
understand waving?
Yeah.
May your spears land true.
I don't have a spear.
Well, there was one that you just. But the drow start to leave, and Dink kind of looks up at you, holds the thing, picks up like a pointy rock from the ground, and says, "Ready, let's go."
Oh.
Dink, do you need a weapon?
Don't give him a
Yes.
weapon.
Okay, I'll listen
I'm
to
a
I listen to Rosette.
Dink is a powerful fighter.
Okay.
I don't.
That's
Inside
adorable,
check. Are we
Dink,
still
let's
in? Hang
go.
on, are we still in the
Yeah,
true?
yeah.
Is that true?
He believes,
He believes
it.
it's true.
Oh,
It doesn't
okay.
have to be true. He just
That's
has to
valid,
believe it.
yeah.
Come. We will go. Quickest way, you said, yes?
Yes.
Tell us about skulls. What about skulls
And the lava.
The skulls laugh a lot.
What?
They think it's very funny.
Laugh a lot?
Does
Yes.
that sound familiar?
Yeah. What, do we know what he's talking about?
Psychic nonsense, I'm guessing.
Can you give me an Arcana check?
I will jump in on
Can I
this.
help that Arcana check?
Yeah.
I've got a decent thing, but I'd rather help.
15 for Quill.
Nice.
25 Arcana.
He's talking about flame skulls.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, I figured.
I don't like that.
No, I don't like that either.
They
That's
hurt.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
We go with
What
the
if-
big skull instead.
What's the big skull?
Big skull, big eye.
One eye?
One eye?
One eye, little bulb.
Oh no.
Many eyes?
Little ones.
I
Well,
don't like
our
that.
chances are better with the
Zap, zap, zap,
flames.
zap, 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 zap.
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
we got it. Thank you. Yep.
What about the lava?
Painful.
Yeah,
Yes,
no
yes,
shit.
yes. Think, how do you get across the lava?
I don't go across lava.
So how do you get through the lava?
Go through
We
lava.
go
Where
around
do
the
you
lava.
go?
You go through lava.
What way do you
no,
go?
but think.
How about
Long
if we weren't here?
Dink
yeah,
goes
there we
the
go.
long
Dink goes
way.
a long way.
Right, all right. That's fine. It's just lava. It's fine.
No, let's go the long
Just
way.
lava.
It's just lava.
Just lava?
We have magic. He can fly.
My magic doesn't work on lava.
Lava, let's go. He starts to lead the way.
I don't laugh at this.
Oh.
You start to travel for the next few minutes with Dink kind of leading the way, looking back over your shoulder, giving you a little thumbs up
Are we
every
actually
now and
going
then.
the lava way?
I want to go
Am I outvoted?
the long way.
What is the actual plan? Because Rizaz is dead set on this, but I'm not gonna split the party, obviously.
Well, it's up to you guys. Feel free to discuss which way you want to go.
The long way. There's no lava. There's no skulls.
No skulls, mushrooms.
Nice mushrooms or
the
not nice
mushrooms-
mushrooms?
Sometimes rats.
Like big rats?
Big rats, big brains.
Oh.
We go through the
Look, none of this is sounding
slow,
good.
the fast way. Look.
Nice rats.
Nice? Why are they nice?
With big
No,
brains?
they're nice for him because it's for his boss.
Very smart rats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It's for his boss. We go the fast way, and he explains what we're looking out for, and we just deal
Lava,
with it.
brain, no, lava and skulls.
Are the skulls in the same place as the lava?
Yes.
Okay.
Big skull.
Big
skull.
skull is in the same place
Wait,
as
wait.
the
So
lava.
lava. So is it small skulls then lava, or is it one or the other?
They move around.
It's fine. Fast way. Fast way.
You want
Okay, so we're going to encounter lava at some point,
Yes.
and maybe a skull.
Yes.
maybe
Skulls.
And if we don't
Well,
encounter the skull
no,
of the lava,
no.
then we'll encounter two skulls?
first mushrooms.
Does the lava also move around?
Lava always move around.
Yeah, it's kind of different.
Yeah. Kind of is what lava does. Yeah. Yeah.
As you're having this discussion,
Oh
he,
my God.
he leads you around a corner, and it opens into a chamber that contains a small circular pool, which would be unremarkable if not for the fact that it's hovering in midair in the center of the room. There are mossy rocks that float in the pool, covered in small bell-shaped mushrooms.
Oh, mushrooms.
So it's basically just this kind of like almost thin circular floating pool with little rocks in it. And on the rocks are these little bell-shaped mushrooms.
Pretty.
What are these?
Mushrooms.
Are
What do they
they,
do?
Does this remind? Do I get Feywild bullshit from this sort of thing?
It's definitely a little bit of a sense of it.
No.
um, Qual,
Yo.
you saw mushrooms earlier that you recognized. Are these good mushrooms or bad mushrooms?
They're different mushrooms.
They're different mushrooms. Are they of the magical persuasion?
You can give me an Arcana check.
Can I help?
That is a 14.
Okay.
With the help.
Definitely they are magical, although the exact nature of them is hard to tell. You get the sense that you kind of look closely at them. They are definitely mutated by magic, but in what way, it's unclear.
What do they do, Dink?
Hey, Dink, yeah, what do the mushrooms do?
Give Dink headache.
Did you eat the mushrooms?
Eat one.
What did it do?
Tastes good.
And
but
gave
it gave
you
you
a
a headache.
But does it give you a headache when you're just standing around them?
No.
Okay.
Oh. What about the pool? Why is the pool floating?
Yeah, can I like walk under? Like, is that the kind of?
Yeah.
I don't
How
want-
thick is
Yeah,
the?
yeah.
At what thickness does it become a pool?
That's what I wondered.
Yeah, it's about maybe like 10 centimeters thick or something like that. You would have to kind of limbo under it a little bit, but you can move underneath it and you can kind of look up through it.
Can we put Dink into the water?
Yeah, he kind of like bobs in the middle of it, and he's like, mushroom.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we care about this?
I don't.
I want to know what it is.
I don't.
You want one?
No, thank you.
Can I?
Good.
I'm not gonna bother ritual cast. I'm gonna spend a spell slot and cast detect magic.
Yeah.
What's up with the mushrooms? What
Well,
what vibe?
Less the mushrooms, more the
Sorry
floating
for
pool.
this room. What's the vibe of this room?
So this room is powerfully magical.
Yeah, no
What
shit.
kind?
It has like a magic radiation in here that you probably would have heard of. It is called Fezres.
Phase res.
Fezres. It is basically like Underdark magic that has kind of it is like focused in this area, and it seems to have mutated these mushrooms in a way that that makes them almost supercharged.
May I make an Arcana roll?
Yeah.
Just so I can determine the amount Rizez knows as a character that I know as a.
Yeah.
That is a 21.
Fantastic.
I see. All right. It's like magical underdog radiation.
What's radiation?
Not
In
good.
terms of the Arcana that you know, though, in terms of what it's done to them, it is potentially. I mean, this is kind of the equivalent of like a magic energy drink. It is, it will kind of supercharge you, but that may be bad for your heart.
Does it give us wings?
It might.
Can I?
What have you got to lose?
Yeah. My heart, apparently.
Yeah.
You don't
Can
have
we
one.
pick a couple? Like what?
Can
what
I?
happens
Sorry.
if you pick one? Does it like stay that way and you can like pack it in your little pocket until you want
try.
to use it, or does it die if you do that? You got to have it straight away.
So is it the mushroom that's already doing it, or is even the water?
It's mostly like the mushrooms kind of taken the effect of it. You get to see, like you pick it and it starts to kind of wither a little bit. You don't think it will last very long out of this
Also,
space.
importantly, do not teleport within this area.
I can't do that anyway.
Okay. Why? What happens?
Because you might not end up where you're supposed to.
Even like short?
Yes.
Oh god. Okay. Good. Good to know.
Hey Rosez, do you want to eat a mushroom?
No.
Okay.
You do it,
Hey
Deathward.
Qual, do you want to eat a mushroom?
Qualls lived quite an exorbitant, quite extravagant
Life.
life, especially back in Birdlesque. There was a number of intoxicants that were
Number of
shared.
nights on mushrooms.
So Quall's a little privy to this kind of pastime, so I think he might enjoy a magic mutated mushroom.
All right.
I'm standing by with a greater restoration.
Give me a con save.
+2.
Oh no.
That is a 4.
Oh gosh. You start to eat it, and you start to you can kind of see Quall's eyes start to go a little wide. It starts to, and this little noise in your gut. Your body is not taking this well. You kind of feel for a moment almost like, oh, I feel. And it takes all of your energy not to throw up, and you gain 1 level of exhaustion.
I'll take it. New exhaustion's not that bad.
It's not, but it is cumulative.
It is.
Something to do with poison.
Yeah, we can't get poisoned.
So
Yeah, but this is
so
an
the
exhaustion.
new,
No, this is something different.
new
okay.
exhaustion. Each time you receive it, when you make a D20 test, which is any D20 roll, is reduced by 2 times your exhaustion level. Your speed is reduced by 5, and a long rest will reduce 1 level of exhaustion. So you've got 5 less speed and 2 less on any roll. at the
Yep.
moment.
Does also, not that I have this, but just out of curiosity, does a greater restoration still work, or is it literally just
Yeah,
a
it's
long
fine.
rest?
You
Okay.
can still greater restrain.
Just curious.
Are you going to?
I mean, I only have it from my necklace. I don't have it as a spell. He seems like he's enjoying
Seems
himself.
like he's having fun.
All right.
Do you have it from?
No, I only have lesser restoration.
Oh, okay. How much is Quell enjoying this?
Quell feels like he's floating. He is not currently flying.
Ah, okay.
We need him.
Yeah, we do need him. Yeah, I'm gonna grab my necklace. Say, Quell, come here. Come on, come back. Quell, come back.
Pretty.
Yeah.
Greater
Yes,
restoration.
do something about it. Definitely do something.
Is
about
anyone
this.
else eating a mushroom?
No.
Well, I was going to, and then I saw that happen, so no.
Fair.
It was a
You-
con save,
You've
right?
probably got a
Yeah.
better constitution
Dink kind of
saving than
wiggles
me.
out of the thing,
Yeah,
and kind of falls down
plus
below
3.
and says,
I
"You
can
want
give you
rats
some-
next? Rats?
I can give you some inspiration.
No, it's
Rats
fine,
or
it's fine.
skulls?"
Which is faster.
Skulls, definitely, right? Faster?
Rats. You just need to talk to rats.
I don't want to talk to
Okay.
the rats.
No, but doesn't talking to the rats also alert their brain?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yes, it's definitely okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna go chill with the dragon. Big fan, remember?
I say fast, but
Let's go to rats.
He really wants to go to the rats, so let's go to the skulls.
Okay.
Ah!
He seems much happier about the skulls.
Did you just get played?
He is not a good poker face.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well then.
He like you get the sense that like he is trying to trick you. He's not great at it.
So which way does he want us to go?
He wants you to fight skulls.
Okay, well rats then.
Rats then, I guess.
Great.
Look, neither of these seem good.
You travel on for a little while longer, and
Where
for
are
a
we
long
going?
period of time, you snake through,
I think it's rats.
various paths, and finally you come across a cavern where you can see the path ahead is blocked by a writhing swarm of cranium rats. They seem to just kind of be like squirming and writhing in place, almost kind of covering the exit to the room.
Rat king upon rat king.
And as you hear in your head, what kind of room has doors but no windows?
Oh God! Oh, we should have gone for the skull.
What kind of room
I glare.
has doors but no windows? And Dink is like, I like rats.
A king.
Yes.
Is it a corridor?
No.
What was the question again?
You were great at restorations.
What kind of room has no doors or windows?
No doors or windows.
No doors
Oh,
or
definitely not a
windows.
corridor then.
Kind of room.
Technically. Oh, it could have. I don't know. This is what the nerds are
brain
for.
I was gonna say you're good at this
I'm
shit.
good at these in real life, and my brain just stopped working because I think Dink has ruined my brain.
Oh, sure, blame Dink.
Yeah.
No doors, no windows, but it's a room.
Dink knows.
Dink, what is tell me the answer right now.
If you tell us this answer, then maybe we'll get onto your wavelength and figure out what other things are.
A mushroom!
I'm sorry.
That's exactly the
me-
response you want to that.
Here's me trying to think of like, what have we come across that has room in the name? And my brain, this is like crappy memory, couldn't even think of the word
I
mushroom.
was about to say broom, but I was like, oh.
I knew it was
So would
something
it
like
work?
that as well, or
And as
like
the
something on a
cranium rats
technicality.
swarm out of the way, Dink leads you proudly through.
I feel like there's just like you just see like the Rizaz's gauntlet just like behind Dink, just like
Yeah,
does not touch.
yeah. For once, Cav is just like, do it, fucking do it, do it, do it.
You fight with your with your instincts for some time, and after traveling the winding and labyrinthine caverns for what seems like hours, finally you arrive at a large square chamber bathed in an ebbing violet light. The stone of the walls is worked like that of a castle or the walls of a great city, but the natural fungi of the Underdark has grown to reclaim swaths of the floor, sprouting up from beneath the cracks. In the center of the space stands a tall, slender statue of a human woman atop a tiered platform. Surrounding the statue are 8 squat stone obelisks, intricately carved with channels that run down their length and onto the floor to the statue. Then you will notice immediately that this is a statue of Mistra, the goddess of magic. And Dink says, "We're here!"
That's not a dragon.
And it is just this square room. And he says, "Good luck, I will go now."
Nope.
No.
Grab him.
You drag him back. And as you realize you have nowhere else to go, we will pause it here and pick up next week for part 2 of Secrets of the Deep. So join us 7 p.m. Tuesday next week. We are not having a week off for Insight Check. We're going directly into part 2 of the finale. And thank you all for joining us tonight. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
If you don't see Dink after this, you will know.